Who beat you up?
Who beat me up?
You have a broken rib.
That is a
What
fair
happened?
assumption and accurate.
I was going to
Except
say,
What
what
happened?
car did you jump in front of?
no car this time.
And was it a nice car?
No car this time. No, it was a altercation with a loudmouth neighbor that kept shouting mean things to their partner, or what do you call it when someone lives with them that isn't
Significant
necessarily
other.
married?
Roommate.
Yeah, roommate, that's the one.
Roommate or
Yeah. Been going on for a few
friend,
months,
good
but never
friends,
escalated to anything. And then it
friends with
escalated.
benefits.
So you went in and tried to be the hero. Were you the hero?
Yes. Because there were a few other persons of interest that got involved in it before I arrived, and it escalated to violence, and I intervened.
Alright, well, if you're gonna come out with a few broken ribs, at least you came out as a hero.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you
Well,
suffered that.
I only got fractures.
Oh, I'm really sad now. You got beaten up.
You keep saying that part. You're not wrong, but it's not quite how I describe it.
No,
I'm
it's
the
just I
one who
don't like
walked out
it
of there with
when.
only one person.
Mm,
Let's leave it at that.
Okay.
I usually just turn up and start crying. That's my tactic. Was that effective?
I'm too passive.
It's weird without Vino here.
A little bit. So, last session, a whole bunch of drama. And now Bright Eye is no longer here. That's fun. There is a random rabbit bunny trying to climb a tree. They're coping. Yeah, that's the way to describe it. That's what they are. And everyone else is just having a moment. And there was a badger at some point. Did I miss anything?
There's 2 badgers.
Right. 2.
I also have a weasel who's off to find me honey.
Yeah. I will say before everyone wakes up, Will would probably go out in the woods and express anger of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And will definitely do damage to himself.
All right. Roll 1d4.
Roll that 4.
He's too wimpy. He hits a tree once and then ow, 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 ow.
And that doesn't mean anything. It means I only did enough damage to myself.
Mm-hmm.
He feels emotion. This is a lot more than he felt betrayed.
Mm-hmm. The tree takes more damage than you. The tree is offended.
Good. Should have been a tree.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, after a very long night, after a very long day, you all wake up.
If I remember right, it was a 92.
Mm-hmm. And I said because that was the same, someone else gets to roll.
What? You're gonna keep it the same?
Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna need to absolutely confirm this beyond a shadow of a doubt before. Yeah, okay. In the meantime, as you all wake up, the stranger did mention that you should all probably have a talk. Since everyone seemed to be either out of the loop or things have been left unclear for too long. Because, yep, it is exactly what I thought. You all wake up to music. Mina, we're gonna need something funny.
Okay. Wait. I can't even hear
Or
Ken.
spooky. Yep.
It's not even in here.
Yep, I am turning it on now. I am just saying that.
By the
We're
way, your
gonna need some
Halloween music.
spooky. Wait. There we go. The rain is lighter. But we're gonna either need funny or spooky music, as that is what you're all going to wake up to.
Yes, I will see what I can find. You guys just continue role playing. I'll search in the meantime.
One creepy music is like I know from a game that I just finished, Little Nightmares. Put on the weird, creepy.
Yeah, no,
song.
Is that
I'm using,
copyrighted?
Oh, I don't know.
it's because I'm using a specific program for it, Bumble. Because these things are all the sounds in this are allowed to be used in
By
whatever.
anyone.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, if not, I would totally use that. But you have all woken up to creepy / funny music playing in the background as the weirdest alarm clock that has never before existed. This world's first ever alarm clock was a magical storm. Got it. I'm just gonna take a note of that. The stranger does wake up and waits for everyone to gather around, assuming everyone remembers, even though everyone probably totally forgot. Because early morning.
Talking about I only need 4 hours.
Yes, yes.
I'm thinking I'm gonna give Mina a point of exhaustion. I'm imagining like turning into a dragon and all that. That and sucks for the body.
Yeah, but then you got a long rest.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking like she slept really restlessly or something, right?
All right.
Cold's laying in, but that's fairly noticeable.
Mhm.
Usually up early enough to cook.
Yeah. Speaking of, the rabbit, squirrel rabbit? Yeah, squirrel rabbit is eating its food confused and doesn't really comprehend what's going on beyond its increased wisdom. Oh. Can you move your token now? Speaking of, what's for breakfast?
There better be some honey left, because I want some honey and bread.
Bread's going to be a bit of a tall order. Don't have any cooked at the moment. You do still have some oats, I believe, from the.
Honey oats will do.
So yeah, it'll be porridge oats, and yes, there is some honey. Cole still has some honey.
Can you make pinches of powdered honey
Mm,
from the spice
no, you
pouch?
could not.
It is a spice.
You could. I don't really see it as a spice, more of a topping.
Yeah, but it is a sweet spice. Huh. Guess we'll find out.
The inventory told does actually have some onion. Did it is yes. He has a little bit of honey still on him. He will bring out the rabbit in the hutch. He sees Mina. It's a
Mina's gonna come out of her tent looking like utter shit. She's not wearing her armor, she's just like wearing her normal clothes. What is that weird? What is that weird noise? You guys hear that, right?
I thought I was still sleeping slightly.
You thought you were still sleeping? What?
I
Mina, it's a thing for people who
have the best
actually
night.
sleep.
Well, definitely sounds spooky.
It's not the creepiest thing we've woken up to.
That's true. I mean, but usually the creepy things are attacking us, and it's a problem we can deal with. This is just more eerie.
At least everything's not on fire.
Yeah, that's true.
The stranger carefully looks around, confirming that not everything is on fire. You shouldn't tempt fate, Will.
Any requests for your porridge? Anyone?
I don't know.
I'll take mine later. Mary's still asleep, and so is Jack.
Savory.
It looks like puke.
It tastes a lot better than it looks, trust me. I can fry up some meat if you want. Effectively bacon.
Oh god. Cole, watch out.
Cinnamon sugar in 2 bowls, big bowls, put them down in front of the horses.
Yep. They accept.
It's just regular sugar, mine.
He ain't complaining.
I'm just sat on Cole's shoulder eating porridge with honey.
We have like do you have like tiny bowls and spoons as well?
Well, I would hope so.
Hopefully you all have a mess kit. It's a vital piece of equipment.
Everyone looks in their equipment. They don't.
No.
Like, we assume it's in the big bag.
Nope. Nathan's handfuls of porridge for everyone.
Alright, then I just, like, take bits out of your bowl then.
That's fine.
You can just, make it. I'm not saying it's gonna be a good bowl, but you could always try it.
You can use the mug and wish for one.
Heck, I could probably shell out a freaking acorn and use that as a fucking bowl. Like,
Oh yeah.
like, I'm not difficult. I could just have a few spoonfuls of someone else's porridge and I'm full.
Look, I'll pass the mess tin around. You could all use it. Porridge, it doesn't. Porridge can last all day very easily.
I pull out my special tool and change it to cooking utensils. And I pull out some knives, some forks, some stirring spoons, and hand people spoons, forks, and all that.
You're not over here, Will.
Like, no eating like animals. We are people here.
I can just
No, you
walk over.
you will get cooking utensils, not eating utensils. But the tool system, the tool is very specific now. What's in there? Pots, pans, things like that.
You're cutting out a bit, Cole.
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot today.
Yeah, it's been ongoing.
The stranger just unceremoniously cast prestidigitation to create a spoon that lasts for 12 seconds at a time. It's a show off like that. He seems to also be in a very good mood.
Where's Solid?
Right over there.
Oh. Mina like raises her hand like awkwardly and gives a little wave.
Oh, it's your little friend. I can't read it from the text.
Wait, my little friend?
The squirrel rabbit.
It's a weasel. It's Bubbles' little weasel.
Oh yeah, how long have I still got that for?
Until sunrise.
Until it dies. Or until the next day.
Yeah, it is the next
Well, yeah,
day. It's
It
gone.
is the next day.
So we did in the morning.
That is true.
Because I gave her the
Yeah,
fuzzball for honey.
and it's still looking for honey. Totally not eating any.
Oh.
Well, I guess Gizmo
It's
has
just trying to figure out how to bring honey back.
Well, that's for it to figure out.
Exactly.
It's going to come up with a mouthful and just...
Oh, no! Like a dog. No. No, just drag the fucking beehive over here, you know?
Yeah. It might not survive.
Oh, weasel. Those are wasps.
Yeah, it might not survive its trek back with that.
Oh well.
Guess we'll find out.
I mean, the forest has to be really fucked up, right? Like with the reincarnation thing, everything is like.
No. Oh yeah, do we have like random fauna now? Like fucking T-Rexes, polar bears?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like if everything dies, and yeah.
Just things that are not indigenous to the surroundings, that's a big word.
Insects turn into other insects. Animals turn into other animals. Beasts into other beasts. Humanoids until other humanoids. Imagine all of the very confused, bandits.
Imagine a dung beetle being married to another dung beetle, and then the wife dung beetle turns into like a caterpillar, and then he's just like.
That's a very specific one.
I turned into a trout.
I just feel like a lot of relationships in the animal kingdom got really messed up.
Oh yeah.
Like that scene in the Beauty and the Beast when the beast turns into human and we all see Belle cringe a little.
Oh, I was thinking about the squirrel from A Sword in the Stone.
Oh, that's gonna make me cry.
It's all fun and games till we see that white rabbit.
There.
Mighty Python. The killer rabbit.
The Beast of Khan. Yeah.
Gizmo's back.
Gizmo, think you have a new friend. Mina points to.
Gizmo looks at it. It sees a rabbit.
Mina, rabbits and rats usually friends in nature. Is that how it works?
Depends on the rat.
I guess So,
City rats get pretty vicious.
I mean, Gizmo doesn't seem vicious.
Oh, this one's great.
Turns to look with
Take
just two dark beady eyes and Mina.
Oh God.
take a big
I
spoon of
handed a dagger.
porridge. A big spoon of porridge.
That's
I
fine.
will use my spice pouch to cover it in dark chocolate. And I'll put that in front of Gizmo.
Gizmo has a
Isn't
bowl.
chocolate,
Yeah,
isn't chocolate
No.
really poisonous to most animals?
Not to rats.
Oh, okay.
a bowl
They
with
love it.
food and a giant dagger. He holds it and tips over.
Like it when food gets wasted.
No, Gizmo with the dagger.
Can we stop killing our party members, please?
He didn't die. He
Because,
just dropped over because the dagger is way heavier than him. He couldn't. He doesn't have the strength to hold it up. He just falls over while hugging it.
Have you not seen the
What are you
video
talking
of the
about?
squirrel that pulls the broom down on itself to make itself look like it's injured?
It's been a long time since I've watched
Yep.
that.
For Gizmo, it is a great sword.
Oh yeah.
Well, this is
It does
great.
1d4 damage. That is his great sword attack.
He has life proficiency in it. But he is ambitious. I mean, if you keep using him as a projectile weapon with a dagger and actually successfully kill things, he's gonna gain experience. He'll still be a familiar. He just levels up as a slightly stronger familiar.
Oh my god, solo leveling Gizmo.
Yeah, he'll become an actual sidekick if you somehow manage to pull that off.
Oh my god, he will be the actual Necrohunter if you follow the solo leveling story.
So what I'm hearing is I need to change my Raven into an owl and hold Gizmo. And Gizmo just does drive-bys with the dagger. Got it.
I mean, I can pick up Gizmo and drop him from a high and just like torpedo someone with a monster.
That would also kill Gizmo.
We can be resummoned.
Wow. Just wow.
Infinite ammo.
No, it isn't.
Oh no, yeah. But it's reoccurring ammo.
Respawning ammo.
Literally, Gizmo is like the Groot of the party.
He looks back up with Solid and just pleads that these people are all insane. But after a surprisingly, with a spooky ambience, really, the timing. Nice breakfast with a spooky ambience. You enjoy your breakfast. But other than that, it's a lovely rainy morning because it's still a storm. It's passing and you'll probably be out of it in just a few days.
So,
Yeah,
Oh my god, the storm finally gonna fuck off.
yeah.
so what information did we need to still share?
Oh yeah. A whole bunch of stuff. But I guess we should. Yeah. He gets up. Show the kids what's up. And then
Come on,
answer
everyone.
some questions whenever they have them.
I'm trying to remember what we shared.
I will also update summary after my hand is no longer busted and I can write properly for longer periods. The stranger would stay and point to the side of the cart to put up the portable hole.
Take it out, unfold it, slap it against the side. Before anyone goes in, remember, be very, very careful. The defenses are dialed up to 11.
Wait, what are we doing again?
We are having a conversation about what is actually going on.
Yeah, I wasn't asking you, dude.
Roll insight
We are
on the
making
stranger.
sure everyone's on the same page.
Okay.
Because it's all getting way too dangerous to try and keep people safe.
I want to roll an insight on the stranger to see if he has any ill intentions with opening the portal or opening the portable hole and everything.
All right, insight.
And I do have advantage.
I'm just gonna roll this. But in the meantime, the stranger is gonna say, since some of you seem to not understand why I'm here, why everything is going on, and by catching everyone up, we might get some more clues as to everything. Which seemed like a good idea. It's hard to read, but seems truthful, and does not show any aggressive or hostile intents at the moment.
Alright.
So, he points into the hole, which, for anyone that looks in, and I'm gonna try to get this as accurate of a description as possible about the portable hole, because it has a certain size limit. But you see a room.
You have to actually be in it to see it. You looking into it from outside, you see nothing.
Oh, really? I thought that was only when it was folded together.
Oh, from the inside, you can see it, but from the outside, you cannot see it.
Oh. That is good to know. Utility?
Someone didn't watch the Critical Role episode.
I have watched it, but it was some time ago. I'm just gonna make this
True.
here. Oh. There, reveal to everyone for the information. And say, when you go in there, do not touch the big box in the center. It doesn't end well.
Close.
And then he will walk in. I am assuming everyone walks in unless there's anything you wish to say or do before.
Nope.
Anyone else?
Oh, Mina follows inside.
Dolith? Alright. Since I finally managed to get this one working again, I hope. Because of all of the updates, this might not be fully activated. I'm also going to do just one little thing. You are free to open the door and enter it, by the way.
This grass coming.
You see this 8-sided room with a box that is standing on a single end in the center of the room.
Shouldn't there be two boxes in here now?
Yes, but I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Considering the fact that I cannot add individual items to this without having to change the entire map, and because of updates I haven't fixed that yet.
The other box was pushed to the far back of the room. It went around the corners.
Yep, it is currently somewhere around there. The second
you
box.
guys want me to check the other box?
You can, but for now, I'm still doing some descriptions.
Yep.
This box that looks like a 5x5 foot by 5 foot cube is standing on a single edge as if you were to have a 6-sided die standing on a single edge. It is unmoving, nondescript, in its appearance in general, with nothing in particular else in the room except for the clutter of things. Above said box, there is what can best be described as a crack in space, like a crack in glass, with this ever-present sound of like something pushing on an already cracked glass. That, how do you describe it the best? Pressure. And whenever you look at it, you just get this instinctual shiver up your spine.
Well, it's creepy as per usual.
So,
Don't
Is
pay
this the box?
Hmm?
Is this the box we're transporting?
Yes, the stranger says, at least from my understanding of it, points at Cole.
it's the only thing that was protected on the original caravan when it was wrecked. It felt like it was what we were drawn to. So we had to assume this was the cargo. Packed it up.
it was what was stolen that day when you met us. Where blew a hole that day where I blew a hole through that guy. It's pretty cool.
So you said I can't touch the box.
It's best not to move forward. Best not to get too close to the box. There's a very powerful defensive.
I mean, Gizmo could demonstrate if he wants.
No, Mina.
I was just saying, okay? I'm not saying we should use it.
When the defense was at its weakest, I touched the box and was almost killed.
And why the heck are we transporting this? It's really dangerous.
I mean, I got paid.
That's the jump.
But like, what about whoever gets the box? What they're gonna do with it?
Well,
That's something I would like to know.
It's something powerful.
I know is I don't trust the people that are coming after it.
Have you thought about maybe destroying the box?
I mean, our job description didn't include destroying the cargo we're supposed to protect. But as Cole says, like, it seems like everybody wants this box.
And she points towards the stranger.
Oh, I don't want it.
Sure.
The stranger, Sophie, are more interested in the marks than anything else.
Oh, don't misunderstand me. This is interesting and all, but I just got out of jail. I don't want any more trouble following me, which is, I know, ironic.
But that actually, Cole, do you think the only way to open the box is with the mark?
I don't.
I mean, don't you think the marks and the box are somehow connected?
I do. I definitely do. I mean, it's been drawing us to it all the time. The first few dreams, before things started to take shape, were an expanse of ghostly darkness and a beacon of light, a vortex of light coming from the location that this object was stored.
Wait, you're saying that there was a beacon of light coming out of the box?
For clarification, if you would like me to step in.
Mm-hmm.
They experience some sort of dream or vision in a grayscaled world where they were those shadowy forms that they had, which you have also experienced being in the astral place with the giant eye thing. Before this, there was a prismatic light emanated from the central part of the main caravan. Whatever it was is kind of like a beacon that has drawn Cole and the older party members towards it. As if there is something there, but they never knew what. When they got separated at the bridge where this central cart of the main caravan was teleported alongside them, this portable hole and its contents, which is only that box, was brought along as they were making their way away from it. So from their interpretation is that box is whatever it is that they're transporting and what Cole all of you are being drawn towards for some reason.
Okay.
Will, you wanted to investigate that other box?
I am going to pull out a spell book, and I'm going to flip to a page and start casting Identify.
On the box?
What was inside the box?
Yeah, but you have to actually touch the object that you identify. Also, do you have 100 gold pearl?
I don't. Do I really need a pearl?
Yep, worth 100 gold to cast Identify.
Oh, then I guess I cannot cast it yet.
Hmm?
Thought I had that, but all right.
Any spell component with a gold cost requires the material component. The others can be bypassed if you have a spellcasting focus. But yeah.
Oh, all right then.
The stranger then asks, while pointing at the box that Will was by, but there was not just one box being transported. What's that about?
I mean, maybe they are all pieces of something that's meant to be put together when all the pieces arrive at the destination, right?
Possibly, but it's kind of pointless to think about that since we don't know what's in them. The point is, how many of these boxes have been sent? He is specifically asking Cole, since Cole is the one that actually knows the most.
I really don't know. I've been contracted for this one delivery. I have the least information. Despite this, I'm not the best at figuring things out. I generally deal with people's problems when they're brought to me.
Cole, are you intentionally hiding or do you not
No,
remember? Because I have mentioned
I definitely do not remember.
you would know just basically because of the very first session that you did a little digging. They've been sending out these caravans for months, multiple. You don't know if they also had similar cargo or not, but you know that the ones that hired you were all of the merchants' guilds of the capital of East End.
Yeah.
And they have been sending out these caravans for months. And this is one of them.
Yeah, no, Cole would definitely say they've been sending similar caravans for months. I have no idea what was on them. I wasn't part of any of that beforehand. I was literally, until I got hired for this job.
But do you know who's sending them and who the recipient is? You don't know that either?
All I know is all of the merchant guilds of East End have that they're all combined in this endeavor. No idea who's behind the actual drive, no idea who's on the delivery end. There was a caravan master and a whole slew of guards and a giant land dragon.
Mandrake.
A land dragon. Not wing.
A sort of a drake without wings pulling the cart. I will also post the actual contract, since Cole would have that. So I posted that in general. You're free to read that if you wish.
Where did you put it?
In Discord general chat.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I actually. I don't think when Mina and Felicia got hired, I don't think I ever read the contract.
Nope.
It's just like 1,000 gold. Cool.
Yep, you never read the contract and you just took the money.
I mean, that does seem like Mina, so I guess it's fine.
Yep. And there is one spelling error here, which I'm gonna update. 220 220. The stranger would also read this if you allow it, but he has no idea who that is and just reads it.
Yeah, no. Oh. Doesn't have any.
I've not signed this, have I?
No, you have not.
Good. Alright, cool. I'm not bound by no contract.
Mm-hmm.
Gizmo signed it.
That's a funny thing.
You didn't sign it as soon as you slept on the cart.
Other people showed up seemingly randomly, wound up having contracts as well. And nothing that we've been able to determine shows any falsehood in the signatures.
But, I mean, would it be possible to contact the guild master and ask and like give her information about the struggles we run into and see if she can give us an update on the other caravans?
They should be catching up with us. So
Okay.
The stranger
we
goes.
did that a few cities back.
The stranger says, "Are you sure?" Points out magical storm.
I am so unsure it's crazy, but
And you're cutting out a lot.
You're cutting out again, yeah.
I wish I could do something about it. I really do. I've tried resetting it and everything. Still just right.
Yeah.
Since the bridge, I have had no direct contact with them. We have performed one or two sendings just to see if anyone was alive and to let them know whereabouts we were on the route.
But okay, so I know we decided like when we get to the town we are gonna stay there shortly and move fast, right? Until the caravan is repaired. But maybe we should consider staying there until the others catch up to us.
We can't. The longer we stay in places, the more people end up dying.
I mean, I guess so.
The people we're going against have things set up on this entire route. We've walked into plans that have been laid in place for weeks, months even. The longer we stay somewhere, the more exposed we get.
Okay, I was not trying to argue.
No, I appreciate the thought. It did occur to me, but we'd be putting too many people at risk.
Do you think, since that is the case, do you think we should actually just, park somewhere outside of town and then one person goes in to buy our supplies and stuff?
It's a thought, but I think that one person would be too exposed.
Strength in numbers.
There's strength in looking like a normal caravan group.
I mean,
To let it stand out to the normal people, maybe it gives us some defense against those that are actively looking. They will expect us to be more suspicious.
I was actually wondering about that, if I should disguise myself.
The stranger just looks at this group and go, yeah, no. We stick out like a sore thumb.
Especially with having a drow here.
Wow, that was
That was amazingly racist of the reincarnate.
Wait, what did you say, Will?
No one can repeat it. I mean, I missed it. That's a shame. She doesn't have a high enough perception.
the stranger is going to bring up and ask, do you actually trust the main caravan, Cole? Or the guilds? Or whoever hired you? Have you ever met them?
I've done some work for people in the guilds on occasion. They're self-interested merchants. Their altruism goes as far as keeping their customers happy. It's the first time I've traveled beyond the outskirts of East End, let alone halfway across country.
I mean,
I wouldn't trust anyone on a journey this far if I wasn't traveling directly with them. The main caravan, there are some people I trust to do their job.
like me?
On the main caravan, I trust everyone here. Of the main caravan, there are 3 or 4 people I definitely trust to do their job to the best of their ability. There's one person I don't trust their motives, but in a pinch would ask for help. But I have to respect their ability.
If things gets too difficult, there is an alternative route we could take.
Which is,
We could travel through the Underdark.
The stranger's gonna just question, Mina, do you actually know the routes in the Underdark?
Yeah. Some of them.
He raises an eyebrow.
I was born there, goddammit.
Yes, but have you? Do you
I
know the routes from the far east to the far west of this entire continent?
Drow have a natural sense of direction in the Underdark. I'm sure I could figure it out.
You're half drow, so does that mean you have half a sense of direction?
Well, and that's half enough.
Ha.
think if we take that route, will probably end up dead.
I mean, you guys might, but I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if things get too dangerous, topside. I know it's a risky route. I'm just saying that there is that option.
The moment
Well,
we are dependent on Mary and Jack's knowledge of Balan Road.
Mm-hmm.
They have done this journey multiple times.
Wait, and also transported stuff each time?
Speak.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mary actually comes to join you, having woken up and finding the portable hole stuck on the wall. She just peeks in. Did I miss something? The stranger will catch her up unless any of you wish to.
Existential dread, the overbearing weight of responsibility, the general lack of awareness of the overarching mission.
Right, that. Speaking of, we should probably ask Mary that question. Looks at
yeah. Marion, have you and Jack ever transported more of these boxes?
no, not as far as I know anyway.
Mary and Jack had their own contacts and duties.
The stranger
They
asks, oh, go ahead.
They suffered a loss, and this was their way of trying to scrape it back.
She visibly, immediately tenses up, her shoulders shoot up, and she almost instinctively hugs herself when Cole brings that up. The stranger is just gonna ask her, how many times have you traveled more than once across the road east to west? She just nods and says, we've been doing it our entire lives. Born on the road, traveling with, and she stops herself for a moment. We traveled with our friends and family on our own caravan before we lost them. She just goes quiet after that and contemplative.
Cole is looking at her sympathetically. I mean, if you know of any Underdark routes that can help us on our way, I'd be open to it.
I am going to roll for her. This is one of the advantages of having cartographer's tools.
Can Mina roll as well?
Yes.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, but with
It was,
disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
the comment was mostly aimed at Mina while Mary was in the room, so that the exchange of
Do you want it to be a blind DM roll for Mina?
It can be a straight roll for you. Mary will say that she knows of one route at one particular place. You do know about those nearby your home, Mina, even if you never travel them. You've seen the maps and the ones around your capital, shall we call it.
Wait, why is it? Sorry, it's giving me a -2.
I don't know.
That's
Weird.
yeah, that's very weird.
It's just weird. Okay.
Yeah.
But Mary will say that she knows one alternate route that is risky at a particular place when there are no better options. But other than that, she tends to not and have not traveled to the Underdark due to the very complex tunnel systems that aren't exactly designed with roads to have a cart or caravan travel through.
would you be able to do risk assessment as we approach each of these points and see how it feels? If it's risky for us to be above ground, whether or not to take the Underdark
Wait, oh shit! 2 seconds. Actually, I know what it is. It must be the new rules. One exhaustion gives you a -2 instead of disadvantage in the new rules. I bet that's the new rule or something.
Yeah, might be. I'll check that up. Mary says that the only place she knows is a particular crossing that her family used on one occasion because there was no better option. Other than that, she wouldn't be familiar with it. And that's for Mina. The ones around and close to your capital you would know of. You don't know if they would actually be useful here, so roll a d20. Blind.
Okay.
Yes, it might be one that might be useful. Maybe, when you get to it. But it's unclear until then. Go ahead.
Route, but you know how like the Underdark is, it can be really unpredictable. Like one tunnel might not be there the next day, but I mean, as I said, like it's just I just wanted to mention it because like so we have more options if things hit the shit hits the fan, right?
Hmm. That's good
Maybe
to know.
Gizmo knows.
Gizmo looks up, just frowns at Mina, and
Gizmo.
just goes like shrugs like, yeah, of course I know all of the underground things because I'm a rat.
That wasn't what I meant.
They didn't even speak, they just pantomimed.
Well,
Well,
what about
go ahead.
No, go on.
Well, a whole one or multiple boxes, it seems, containing something mysterious, being transported across the world, and it cannot be teleported apparently for some reason. I'm a bit familiar with that, but still. Speaking of, I guess we should also clear the air about some things. Since apparently everyone is, amongst other things, questioning why I'm still here, right? Or did I misunderstand that, looking at the group?
Something from us.
I've been completely clear with how I'm approaching you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
If you're here, you've got your own reasons until it becomes a problem for us. Not a problem.
All right. And I know your stance, Mina. Unless you wish to throw more insults.
No, I was actually thinking when, as Cole said, unless you become a problem for us, and as Cole says, this Mina like drags a finger across her throat whilst he looks at the stranger.
Mm-hmm. Will?
Hmm.
I didn't quite hear what you said. But he looks at
Oh,
you.
well, we're fine with coming until you pretty much either betray us or you watch us finish this job. I'm stuck on this job until the job's done. No matter how many lives it takes. I'm bound to this job, so I'm here until then.
Alright. Looks at Bumble.
I think the box worries me. Who wants the box worries me. The minute things go downhill, I'm looking to maybe destroying that box.
I can tell you one thing. There's one creature that I've gotten to fight, and he's on a whole different level.
We'll
I,
get
I,
back to that in 1 minute.
yep.
Solith.
I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know much about it.
All right.
Um,
Turns to okay.
yeah.
Turns to look at Mary and goes. She thinks for a moment but says, "I trust you." The stranger goes, "Fine." All right. And you, Gizmo? Gizmo just cocks their head and gives a thumbs up.
No, he doesn't.
Looks at me and scowls. Middle fingers.
I'm
The
gonna
stranger
practice.
just goes, "Fascinating." They're far too intelligent for this. Anyways. Right. So, long story short, I'm kind of old. Like, during the age of divergence, old. Which all of your characters would know would be over 200 years. And you all figured out, or, well, got told I'm the Mad Mage of Calamity, or at least that's what people called me.
Does this mean I can call you Grandpa?
Sure, I don't mind. I am too old to care. So go for it, kiddo. The point is, the age of the divide, or if you want to call it the age of heroes and heroics and villains and whatever, was a pretty bad time. I tried to stay neutral. Some people didn't like me and kind of got me in trouble because of it. And then I got blamed for a whole bunch of stuff. Stuff happened. And then at the very tail end, not long before the divide ended, I got stuck in a trap with two princesses. It's a whole thing. And then I got locked up in Tartarus. And there's this moment of... Go ahead.
Wait, were you trapped with two princesses, or were the two princesses trapped with you?
He goes, "No, I was going to meet with two princesses to prove my innocence. But... Well, the ones that didn't like me very much used that to trap me. The two princesses, however, were innocent of that. But anyway, they caught me, put me in Tartarus, which is... Anyone that wishes to roll history that isn't aware of this story can do so. Or Arcana.
I'm gonna roll that Arcana.
Well,
Yeah.
you have heard some whispers about it, like there's this scary story about spellcasters. Yeah. So you've only heard good stories and just fluffy stories and happy times. Yeah, you've heard about it too. You and Bumble are the ones that have heard concretely of Tartarus, but you never knew if it was real or not. It's a prison that was built before the age of the divide, specifically to do one singular thing: to seal up powerful spellcasters. If you have archmagis, where do you lock them up? Tartarus was the answer. It was the prison to hold the highest level spellcasters and to prevent them from going haywire or destroy the world or summon evil deities or whatever else crazy stuff they get up to, crazy grandpa stuff. Yes, that. I won't say it because copyrights.
Yeah, I don't think you could be copyrighted.
I'm not taking that risk.
Suddenly Mickey Mouse comes in. Oh, hello, guys.
Just take one Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, think of it like that. But about 20-ish so years ago, something happened and shook the world, and it kind of made a little bit of a hole in the security system of Tartarus, and me and a whole bunch of others, we kind of made preparations to escape, and then a couple of, what is it now, months ago, it does the counting and tells the date. Cole, you immediately recognize it, that date. It's the day you were on the bridge. When that teleportation by Sophie got you and the central part of the cart, containing this very portable hole, got teleported away. On the very same date, something broke the security systems of Tartarus, where the stranger and a whole bunch of other magi escaped, apparently.
That reminds me. Were there any at the auction? Were there anyone of your soulmates or whatever?
He thinks about it and goes, 2.
Which ones?
Even if I were to tell you their names or describe them, I'm not sure if you would recognize them or know them. But there were 2 of them. Let's leave it at that for now. I'm also bringing this all up to you for a reason. I'm not just making idle chatter. Tartarus has a security measure for highly powerful spellcasters. They take our arcane essence as a sort of way to track and divine our presence whenever we teleport. Which is why I'm not doing that. If not, I could have just teleported all of you to the, West End. But if I do that, I'll garner too much unwanted attention. Which is also why I was in the middle of a forest when I, got on in and happened to come upon Yumi and Felitu. So, when you get out of jail and then you find some civilization, find a nice inn, get a good night's rest, and then a tall blue lady in a full plate armor and a small slime blob thing that talks offers you 1,000 gold to get out of Dodge. Yeah, sounds about right.
Speaking
Wait a
of
second.
Paul, you used to be a bounty hunter. What do you think he would fetch if we turn him in?
I have no way of contacting the people that would hold the warrants on the stranger, so
Mina,
I
he's
can't
right
that
there.
bounty.
But
Oh,
I want to know how much I'm worth. I'm really curious.
If we go to hell, I'll find the local law office and take a look. I assume my credentials will work. He says, looking like he knows they won't.
Don't worry, stranger. I won't turn you in. You've done good things.
Oh, thanks.
But I will still get you back for the ride incident.
Mm-hmm. And I will still get you back for, the harness thing.
Oh,
Hey, it was to help you.
that was my idea. I thought you'd get a chuckle out of it.
He actually looks slightly betrayed.
Hey, at the time, you were completely helpless.
I know.
The ability for him for Bright Eyes to use both their arms, not have to worry about dropping you or swinging you around like a club. I thought a harness would be a good idea. And then I thought, you know what? The stranger does a lot for us. We don't really give him the respect. And that was my way of just having a little bit of fun with you. Like, right back at the bar.
He gets a little bit of a smirk, seemingly somewhat okay with it. Alright.
Besides, you were on the mend. I didn't figure you'd need it for long.
Yeah. Also, that's the reason why I got involved with Cole, Mina, and Will, and all of this group. Well, that's for the reason why I stayed. Well, the original one. After we got to town, I was, just gonna walk away. But then I got pulled in and roped into this craziness, and I happened to meet Sophia, or as you call her, Sophie. And she knows of me, and I know of her, and yeah, we have differing opinions of things. But I was in her store, which is her territory, and rather than us duking it out, we made a compromise. I signed a contract, which is where Bright Eye came in. He was my monitor, if you will. He just waits for everyone to absorb that and see if you have any questions before he continues.
Were you in any way reluctant to sign?
Of course. I just got out of jail. Being signed into a contract when I'm being monitored by a Marut, yeah. Reluctant, yes. Besides, I didn't know enough about Sophia at the time of whether she was gonna turn me in or not. So, yeah, reluctantly I agreed to sign the contract.
And at any point have you regretted doing so since?
Oh, the magic arrow? Yes, at that moment. That's about it.
I meant about signing a contract specifically to stay with us, not necessarily. I mean, there's a chance you would have been in the area of the magic arrow.
Yeah, that is true. But I might also have gotten out of Dodge by then, who knows. The point is, I didn't sign a contract to stay with all of you. I signed the contract to prevent myself from being what she expects me to be. Or at least expected me to be, which would be my moniker. Regardless, the reason why I'm still here, even though I'm no longer bound, he just raises his hand, makes a thumb, and points at Mary. And she looks surprised about that.
Do you want to clarify for it?
Sure. This young lady here, Mary Goodwell, at what circle of magic did you acquire before acquiring that magic tome of yours? She looks slightly confused and just answers 4th circle, as in 4th level magic. Mary dear, how old are you? She goes 20. Mm-hmm. Did you have the mark at the time? She shakes her head. Were you taught by an archmage of some sort? She shakes her head. A mage. She shakes her head. Where did you learn to cast magic? She just says that she learned bits and pieces along as she was traveling with her family along the longest road. And he just looks at all of you. Or did all of you forget since getting those marks what it's like to be mortal? This young lady acquired a 4th circle of magic by the age of 20. Without any teachers. Without any formal education. Without any whatsoever advantages. Alone.
Yeah, that's definitely outside of the norm.
Oh, she is talented. She actually gets a small blush and a bit of surprise. And then she happened to pick up this book of hers, or well, a companion of yours. That would be Say's spellbook, Zenith's spellbook. And what level of circle of magic did you acquire after that and practice? The 6th circle, she goes. Right. Was that before you got the mark? She nods. Right. Now you have the mark, and which circle are you capable of using now? 7th, she goes. He just nods and looks at all of you. That's She is on the verge of being considered an archmagi at the age of 20. Most of that before she got the mark that all of you have, that have granted you this supernatural strength, speed, dexterity, agility, and oh, let's not forget that ability to heal yourself from practically mortal wounds in just an hour. I'm just surprised that you do not have a permanent regeneration like, well, the regeneration spell, a miracle of magic, sought out by even the most powerful people in the world. And you just walk off broken ribs and fractured bones and practically sever the limbs.
So you're trying to make it so Mary doesn't end up like you.
He actually flinches at that. Kind of.
Well, I mean, going down a dark path.
I don't know if I would consider a dark path as being forced to survive when being pitted against all the people who put labels on you. But
I
no.
see these people were scared of you. That's why they added the labels.
Well, of course they would. When some people believe a few rumors about me doing something that's siding with one side over another, and they send people to kill me. And the people who orchestrated all of that then spread rumors that I slaughtered them all. Yeah. But in her case, it's different. Even in the age of the divide, every archmage in the world would want to teach this one young lady here. She would be the most sought after student. And she would probably reach the 9th level of Arcana or higher by the age of 100, even without the mark. That's why I'm still here. And he specifically looks at me now when he says that this is why he's staying. Since you keep asking.
That is enough to take in.
Wait, I didn't hear any of that. What did you say again?
Mina.
Mary's a prodigy.
Okay.
Beyond measure. Before even the mark. And that, I think, scares him a little.
No. Quite the opposite. It excites me to have such an incredibly skilled student.
Grandpa, she's underage.
Student! I'm teaching her magic! And I'm excited specifically to teach her arcane magic. Please, Bumble, behave! By the way, Mina, that Constitution saving throw?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, he's reducing you. Making you smaller. Yeah, no.
I don't know why it still keeps doing that -2. 18.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still fail.
Okay.
Mina for 1 minute is going to be about the size of Bumble.
Oh, God. You're going to be as big as a sandwich. A large sandwich.
A foot long.
A foot-long sandwich.
He just relieves all that stress.
Mina just glares. Small Mina.
Yeah. Small Mina.
Grandpappy, should I be offended that you've made Mina the same size as me?
I guess I could instead make you bigger into around her size.
Could I be as tall as Cole?
I guess.
Nah, better not play with that thread.
He just cocks his head and goes, "Oh, right. Right."
Uh.
Oh yeah, almost forgot to mention. Teleportation is still kind of the reason why I'm still tracked. He points at his wrists and ankles. You see, what do you call them? Manacles with chains that hang off that fade into a pale, I believe it was teal liked. So yeah, teleportation on my side is a no-go. Specifically teleportation. I can still go into extraplanar places like this, but I can't exactly teleport, so yeah.
So stepping through is one thing, but sending yourself would be another.
Yep. As well as if someone teleports me.
And is that the same with? I'm sure I've seen you do short range teleports.
Yeah. Small
What about-
range is fine, but fifth circle and above, actual teleportation, no go. Bending the world a little bit like Mrs. Step or Dimension Door should be fine.
Okay.
Small Mina pipes up. What about the time we teleported to your house with all your sex slaves?
Jesus fucking Christ, didn't know you voiced Gula High.
That's a threshold teleport again. It's you step through a door.
Yeah, and that is an extraplanar space. I cannot plane shift either, but that's not exactly a different plane. It's complicated magic, Mina. And they are not sex slaves, they are invisible servants. They are simply beings made out of pure force. They don't have forms.
This is now an alcoholic.
She's still recovering, Cole. That's a joke. She can't get drunk.
She got drunk.
No, they don't even have organs.
And she did a very good facsimile of being very drunk.
I guess she got a lot of practice. And he realizes what he's saying. I don't drink that much, okay? Other guests do, however.
Regardless, that's a lot you've shared. Appreciated.
Yeah.
Mary, I'm sorry, you terrify me now.
She looks a little hurt and a little sad.
Oh, no. I don't know magic. I've been clear on that from the start.
No,
Even
I get
first
that.
and second circles were far beyond anything I could have. I mean, all of you, you're so powerful. I'm just a guy that punches things, and yes, I've noticed I punch things harder now than Talbot ever thought it was possible.
Not only that, Cole. You have fought what? Dragons, giants, mythical creatures from the Age of the Divide. You fought a chimera and lived. You do more than just punch things.
You also punched the wall one time.
Sounds like you've got a hand shoved up your ass.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna stop that. He drops concentration. I didn't think she could be more annoying. I was wrong.
Don't do that again.
Then stop picking a fight with me or I'll send you home again.
You wouldn't.
If you behave.
I think
What's going on?
everything is so crazy,
Hmm.
and the only thing you can rely on is each other. And that needs to be the focus. We need to stop fighting amongst ourselves. Whatever is coming, it doesn't care if we're alive or dead. Dead is easier for them because we're here and we're fighting. If we were to walk away, I don't know what would happen.
Mary actually pipes up to that. We'll die.
I'd never let you die, Cole.
Everyone slowly turns to look at Bumble.
Did I say
Bumble, are
that
you
out loud?
okay?
Didn't you just say you wanted to leave if things got too bad? Harry, Bumble.
No, I said if things got too bad, I'd destroy the box.
Oh. Yeah, maybe not.
Meaning you're
I
so
can't.
bad at listening.
I can't leave this. This is the only chance for me to live. I'm never going to back down.
That isn't the reason, Cole. You told us your reason.
I know. I have nothing outside of completing this.
You have us.
I do. That terrifies me because I don't know that I can keep you all alive if we keep fighting amongst ourselves.
Well, Bumble will keep you alive by the sound of it.
I
And I'll keep Gizmo alive. And
I
Gizmo
have
will keep
nightmares
Sonic alive.
every night of not being able to save you all. I I have to spend so much energy to not show you how scared I am all the time. Here in this moment of truth, this is the most scared I've ever been.
I mean, okay.
I'm gonna fly over to Cole and like put my hand on his cheek, just comfort him.
Mary just gives you a hug, Cole.
Oh, god damn it. Why does it always turn into this?
The stranger
Don't ruin the moment.
just go, shut up, me and I just hug him.
He
The
doesn't
stranger
need
gives
a
a hug.
Oh god. I'm gonna puke.
If you don't get in here, I'm gonna make you tiny permanently.
Abraham.
You gotta remember, I grew up in a tight knit community. We all pitched in when one person had problems, everyone had problems.
Okay, fine. I as she pats Cole on the head. There. It'll be alright or something.
It's okay to be at odds with the people you're thrown in with, but you have to realize there are things more important. All of you have become very important to me.
Oh, I know the stakes are high. I literally turned into a fucking dragon yesterday. I mean, shit is whack, you know?
And I had to fight you.
Yeah, it's still.
You know how much that hurts me.
I mean, not for nothing, but I am still pretty spruced up, so I think it hurt me more.
That was the only way to stop you.
I know. Well,
Terrifies me.
I don't know. It's the first time I actually have been told what happens.
I just it would help if you could all just try and get along. Understand the other person might have their own motives, might have their own reasons for being here, but they have chosen to stay here.
Yeah.
As long as we're tied together like this, I have more confidence in our ability to see this through. Each time we fall to infighting, each time we belittle beyond the good natured ribbing, it weakens us. I don't think we can afford to be weak.
Maybe.
I'm not weak. And I do like the arm like what men do when they pretend to be strong, the
Oh yeah, that thing that all men do all the time when pretending to be strong.
I don't know, my words are not working today. I'm tired.
That's sexist.
Hey, that's fine. Almost all men have done it at one point. Almost.
Oh god.
Cole will bring up the remembrance bracelet. I don't want to have to add to this for a long time, okay? So, everyone, can we all just pull together?
I just give Cole like a quick little peck on the cheek.
I think the solution here is very obvious. And it is the first thing we do when we get into town is that we go out and we find some ice cream.
With honey!
You
With
know I can make ice cream.
I don't trust you to make anything well. I don't want
And
death.
you don't have to eat or drink it.
I don't.
Feel free to make some ice cream. I don't know how you're gonna freeze it.
Both
I just love this like soft, like opposite side of Cole's masculinity, where he's like pouring his eyes into like a bucket of ice cream, like sharing his feelings. Like when a girl does when she gets dumped by a guy and she's depressed in ice cream.
Cole
That
had been
made me laugh.
right out this entire thing. He had weeks of just disaster before even signing up for the caravan.
Well, if you need cooling down, the stranger raises a hand. So does Mary. They both have prestidigitation.
Is there anything that spell can't do?
Well, in reality, all I
hit-
need is ice, and I can make it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've said my piece.
Yeah, you did.
I appreciate everyone being so sympathetic. But we have a job to do. We have to get it back on the road. I've got cooking stuff to clean up. So I'm an open book anytime. I don't think I need to be here. I trust everyone here. And I will just leave. And
Right.
I'm going to go because I am studying.
Gizmo, touch the box. Touch the bucket, Gizmo.
The stranger is also going to pike up and ask specifically Mary. You said that you would that all of you would die if you leave. Why specifically? And she has this flinch before she says, especially looking out since Cole left. Jack and I tried to leave after we got the marks.
I tried to leave as well.
She just looks at you, Mina, and goes, "How far did you get?"
How far did she get?
You get the feeling that it's not about distance she's asking.
Oh, right. I remember you explaining this last time. I don't.
It's about intent. Like it's if you the more you want to leave or the more determined you are, the worse you get hurt, I think.
Yeah, and you get the feeling that she was asking about how hurt you got and to what point.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, but it felt like my heart was about to explode out of my chest.
Well, thank God you're not a fucking doctor.
Oh, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Have I ever seen you treat a wound? I think not.
I can definitely.
Mary says, if we try to leave, the way we were supposed to die happens.
I know a little bit.
Mary
I mean, okay,
says,
that doesn't. That doesn't make
she
sense. Why
just
would you?
covers Mina mouth.
Oh god.
Let's
And
stop talking, please.
she goes, I was going to be shot with a poisoned arrow, but a bird flew in front of it. And when we tried to leave, my insides started burning with poison.
Oh,
And Jack
to
was a
retcon that
Mhm,
because Mina was supposed to break her neck in a fall.
mhm.
So
And
I just
her
yeah.
heart was hurting because that's as far as she pushed it. If you kept going, I was going to describe more and more closer to that.
Oh right, okay,
You
okay.
only lost 1 point of your maximum hit points. She pushed beyond that. It got way worse.
Oh
And
god, just
Jack,
imagine how you feel like you're turning into an owl, like your head starts turning 180. Ugh.
Jack was, he got multiple cuts as if he was going to be cut to pieces by a lot of people. And she also looks at all of you. I don't know how all of you were supposed to die, but if we try to leave, it's. She looks at the stranger and all of you and just thinks about it for a moment. I don't know how to explain it. I guess just. It's like. If our fates were cut from the weave, it's like we would snap back to where we were supposed to be. And we would. I don't know.
What?
Die the way we
But
were supposed to die.
Mary, what if when our journey ends, when we deliver the box, what if the mark stops existing and we all die?
There's just this shiver on her. I don't know.
And more importantly, why did you and what happened since you and Jack tried to leave? Why?
We came back and the pain subsided, the wound started healing slowly, and
No,
then we just.
that isn't what I meant. I mean, why did you make the decision to try and leave?
She just shrugs and just wide-eyed just points at the box at you, points out, and just. She doesn't know what to say, but you get the message. Everything that's happened. Monsters, creatures, supposed gods, demons, devils, celestials, fae. This madness of things. She doesn't
Right.
have one obvious thing that she can point at, she just all of it. They're just two 20-year-olds that lost their family, their friends, and the only way to keep the only remaining memento they had was, which is their cart, was to take this job or have it seized or be branded criminals for running away.
Well, I mean, if there's nothing more, I think I'll join Cole and help him clean up.
He just goes back and puts her back to the wall for a moment. The stranger goes and looks at the remaining ones here and then looks at the 2 boxes. I was going to ask them, but you know, it got kind of emotional. But I don't like not knowing. If we do not know what's in the box, and we should probably not touch the one in the center one, but rather the one down there. But if we don't know what we're transporting, like Mina said, maybe all of you will die at the end. Maybe you're delivering something awful that shouldn't be delivered. Maybe you're delivering something good. Just food for thought. Because you can only make informed decisions when you actually have information. I'll also pass that along to Mina and Cole once I'm out of here. Also, did he really store a bunch of potions in the corner? In the upper corner, there's just a bunch of potions.
You can't see that.
In the portable hold, there is a whole bunch of potions.
Yeah, they're neatly stacked.
I know. He just... really, like... I mean,
Well, has his things.
I mean, fine. Also, there's a whole bunch of gold in that pile over there. As in 1,113 gold pieces, 25 silver, and
I'll try to add
252
to
copper
that.
pieces just in a pile. Well, anyone has any questions? Now's a good time as any.
Nope. Only thing that Will do is he will walk up, hand 6 papers to Mary,
Mm-hmm.
and there are. Will doesn't know what she came to the idea, but they're all prosthetics with different enchantments and everything for Jack.
Yeah. She goes just surprised and wide-eyed at that. Still not knowing what to say, she just takes them.
Each one has a different ability. You know him the best. Decide what one you think would fit him, and I will start working on it as soon as I can.
She nods and just doesn't know what else to do at the moment.
I think we all should get to work and get on the road.
I will walk outside. The tired Gizmo heads outside.
He's been trying to get proficiency in that great sword of his.
Yep.
Anyone watch that movie G-Force?
I
Maybe.
don't think so.
Oh, it's a great movie about these spy hamsters.
Oh,
Sounds familiar.
Aren't they?
Huh. Oh
Pretty
yeah.
sure they're guinea pigs.
Oh yeah, one final thing. If any of you happen to come across any rupees, do let me know. I really need it. He just raises his still shard arms.
Oh, if you pay triple.
I'll pay you back in magic. That's the only thing he shouts out. As I assume you all just pack up your things and start traveling.
I will ask Mary. Mary's got sending, hasn't she?
I do not think she does.
Has she not? Was it only Sophie?
Yep, I'm just confirming. She does not have sending.
Okay. And you'll wait until tonight.
But other than that, besides the eerie atmosphere and the music playing, which you've all kind of gotten, so used to that you don't really pay attention to anymore. Except for the moments you start thinking about it and go, oh yeah, that's still happening. The day's travel is uneventful. Alright. Also, the rain.
Downtime.
Still, you can roll it and then make sure to add a note of your number of successes or failures on your character sheets. So to keep track.
Alright, I know what I'm gonna do.
Downtime's raining, yeah. Can someone help me with the blind fighting?
As Cole goes to train, an owl or a raven will fly and help him because owl does have proficiency in perception to help Cole out.
I will allow it. As an owl comes around harassing you.
Raven. I haven't changed it to an owl.
I know.
I have to roll a dice to see if it's gonna be an owl or a raven. I do not get to choose.
Okay.
Oh, bad rolls.
It's
Hey,
still
you're still
a
above
success.
16.
Yeah, did you see what I rolled then?
It's not intelligence. I'm not doing
89.
that anymore. Better than what I got.
Is Mina helping?
Helping with what?
Well, never mind, I guess.
No,
Yep.
no. I thought. No, what's going on? Sorry.
He's not paying attention. Doesn't involve restored training.
I mean, I guess it makes like I don't. She doesn't have the sword, so she can't even train either. So
Okay. But anyone who needs to take along. Oh, go ahead.
I am just watching Cole train.
Yeah, in the rain.
It's not impressive.
Yeah, in the rain, his eyes covered.
And just a random raven, just random people's words throughout the day, just getting yelled at him.
By the way, sorry,
Oh,
Cole.
no,
if you find my ogling and admiration uncomfortable, just let me know and I will pack it in.
No, it's fine. It's just it's not something that Cole's gonna approach or even possibly recognize. He's had one relationship that he's mentioned. That's the whole premise of his being on this adventure. He has shared his backstory with you, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's he was a naive farm boy. He's aware that you're showing him affection. He doesn't know what it means.
It's more
That
of
is the
like
anime protagonist.
it's more of like fangirl affection.
Mm-hmm.
She's fine. Cole just wants to protect everyone here. He doesn't see himself as really alive yet. He still thinks he died when all this happened.
Which will
Just the way
Go.
That's the deep broken part of him.
Hmm.
Oh god, I have to turn this radiator up now.
To Solith and Bumble, as you now have had the chance to start getting into things. As you can see, characters can choose to spend downtime to do things. Training to acquire feats, for example, tool proficiencies, languages, or to make things. Is there anything that you feel that you would want to have your characters do? You can also always help others with whatever they're doing, but if you ever feel like you want to pick up a certain feat or something, you can do so with the downtime.
And an example of that, I'm currently working on getting a crafter feat for more crafting stuff. But it's just because I only spend my time crafting items for people.
I think in my downtime, if I'm not ogling coal, I'm like praying to my deity.
Well, you can always.
I'm probably getting scolded by my deity as well.
Well, you can always roll a religion check.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a religion check to see if I'm getting scolded.
Depending on your roll, you may actually get boosts or buffs that last for a while. Or you get scolded.
No!
Yeah.
I just get like a very like bonk on the head by like
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, bonked on the head and going, "You're supposed to promote peace. I know you're excellent at your job most of the time, but those bouts of violence, remember, strive for peace. Unless they try to bonk you first, in which case bonk them back. Within reason, peacefully." Which turns into an entire debate. Or a sermon. Take your pick.
I'm looking very like cry-eyed, like sad while I'm praying.
Solif? Of course, if you don't know what to do at the moment, yeah. Train with a dagger on a tree. Okay. Is there anything in particular you want to train, or something just in general?
Yeah, I'm not sure what feats and stuff that are good for druids and such. Never played one.
Which is why I'm waiting for her to write. Is damage possible with melee weapons? Yes. As a druid, you're not super good at it, but there is a way that you can fight in melee pretty well with a cantrip known as Shillelagh.
That is the most powerful of the melee cantrips.
Oh, I remember Shillelagh from Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
It's how my group always refers to it. Whenever someone casts it, everyone just pipes up in that really weak Irish shillelagh.
Yep. Cruel Gizmo. Yeah, he's also swinging a dagger. Huh. I guess you're training as a pair. Solith versus Gizmo in a knife fight. Got it.
If you want to train specifically with the dagger, you could go for the piercer feat, which would let you increase your strength or dexterity. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals piercing damage, you get to re-roll one of the attack's damage dice. You must use the new roll. And when you critical hit, you roll one additional damage dice when determining the extra piercing damage.
You also have the slashing feat as well. Since you have Shillelagh, or not Shillelagh, sickle.
But Shillelagh, go for the crusher feat.
Yeah, then you can push people back.
Or there's defensive duelist if you just want to try and use combat to keep yourself more secure. There's a whole load of feats that you can try and train up, like doing a little bit of combat.
We just can't access them right now.
Because of the updates. But for now, you can simply roll a dexterity check. And then if you succeed, which is a DC 16, you can just go and add...
Yeah, you can add a D4. I think Mina will be watching Solid to make sure she's all right. She still feels bad about what happened and stuff. So you get a bonus of a D4.
Yep. Check.
Check. No worries. We're all learning sometimes. Oh, good lord. And a D4.
Yeah. And then you roll another D4. Because that can make a difference. Yeah, that makes a difference. Because when you roll 5 more, then you get an additional success, and when you roll 5 more over that, it's an additional success, so rolling high is advantageous, so that's 3 successes. Which, just, yes.
If it helps, in general, I put a link to the wiki dot of where the feats are, so you can take a look through. And if there's a feat that appeals to you, you can always figure out how to bring it up. And if one of us can help you with it, it will also reduce the DC as well. Well, I think if one of us has the feat, it would reduce the DC, because then we'd give us a proper trainer, wouldn't it?
Yeah. If you have the feat, it reduces the overall time or the maximum time by giving additional successes. If you have the same skill proficiency, you can help to give advantage.
Yeah. If you do it in a town with professional trainers, it's so much.
Yeah, it goes so much faster. But this is something like you train while literally traveling on the road. Or, well, after setting up camp after a full days of travel.
Plus, Cole can help train at any point without affecting his rest periods. Because that's a feature of a pugilist.
Yep. But you're free to just think on that, and if you find something, you can just DM me, and I'll help you through it.
Well, if you've got any questions, feel free to get up at it.
Anytime. But for now...
I no life. I literally have no life. You can pick me up anytime.
But for now, the day's travel is finished and a success, as the rain and the storm is passing, and you feel like literally in a day or two, depending on what you roll, you might finally be out of this damn storm. Who wants to roll the next of what might be the one of the last 2 checks?
I think. Oh, let's
You
see.
have
I rolled
rolled.
one.
You rolled.
Yeah, I rolled.
Cole has.
Cole rolled. So.
Mina,
Solith, and Bumble.
Yeah. Who amongst you wants to make this fateful roll?
I do.
Oh,
All right,
sorry.
Bumble, you get the last. Get the last one. Oh, you were so close.
Oh no.
Yeah, you were so close. 1 point away from getting the additional action immediately.
All right.
No. Mina rolling this one is just so perfect. Mina,
Oh no.
you get the foreboding sense, like you're about to visit Sophie again, as illusionary butterflies and flower petals flutter in the air within 10 feet of you. and then it starts fluttering around everyone, everywhere. Bumble, as you're staring at Cole, butterflies and flower petals. Classic stereotypical anime trope.
I don't think this will bother Will because he's gonna be distracted on keeping eyes on things and also looking for berries that are
Sure,
edible.
that is fair. Still, for the entire day, just butterflies and flower petals everywhere.
It wasn't me.
I think as we're reaching the edge of the storm, these effects are getting much easier to manage.
Famous
Don't say
last
that, Cole.
words.
Oh yeah, I enjoy it pushing like me in the ass.
Just be careful.
Well,
We don't know if they're.
we're gonna roll. Let's see if I can think of what the. I'm trying. I have to think about this. I think it's between 3. I'm not gonna say the main thing. I think between 3 and 10 is the fireball. I don't think that's a good thing, Cole. Someone's gonna roll that in between of that, and we're gonna be screwed.
Yeah, remember this entire
Wouldn't that be
forest.
fireballs going off?
No, it won't be multiple, Cole. It will be this. It will be the entire storm, one giant fireball.
So what I'm hearing is we're gonna start the Fallout series there.
Huh, I guess.
I'm really expecting this to be a nuclear.
Oh, did we? No. This is still the same day, right? We haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, final.
Wait, the last
is-
evening,
Mhm.
the last evening, you would have gone to Sophie's. I would have asked to check in on Bino, see if they're okay.
She would send a sending. She would get an answer back. Looks slightly worried, and say that he's running for his life because there is an angry naked dwarf running after him.
Does Cole tell
She's just confused
Sophie?
about all of that because she got no
Oh, yeah,
context.
Oh yeah, the cult of Corvus.
Cole always updates Sophie on the day's things.
I know, but you went in there worried about it. Before explaining everything, we need you to send a message to Vino because we're worried about him, and she gets all of this, and then you explain.
Yeah. Also explaining about the wish that Vino made. So I don't know if he's chasing her because he's now an angry dwarf who's away from his allies, or if he's still an angry dwarf who is a monster of destruction.
She says that she's gonna send him periodically to find out, while being incredibly confused about it.
He just wants some mead. As Will walks out.
You make me so
Wait,
mad.
did anyone actually make the wish for him to be an ally, or did they just wish him away?
I haven't used any of my wishes because watching you guys use your wishes makes me want to not use mine.
Yes, Vino used a wish with Mina's suggestion of making them an ally.
And then Vino made a wish to take them away from him.
Yeah, and between that, he made a wish about sending them to the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
And
so all
Dwarf
of that
Comet
is shared with Sophie, with the look of pure, I failed, none of them understood.
She just gives you a pat on the shoulder before giving you just a motherly or big sisterly hug and just, it's okay. It's not your fault.
That is a lie. Mina was on Cole's side.
Would Sophie believe that?
Mm.
No.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is appreciated.
Mhm.
It's the fact that it all went so. It was such a simple plan, and it all went sideways.
Yep.
I didn't bugger all last time. I was there just every time it got to my chance to do something on my turn, you'd done something, so it was like I couldn't do anything, or there was no one to target.
Don't worry, Bumble.
That's fine.
I use the
I
mark
want to
to
share
wish
this
for
from the
people
character
around
sheet, though.
us.
I want to share this from my character sheet so you understand why this is such a big thing for Cole. So it's in the general.
Hmm.
The primary of his personality traits. Never one to rush ahead. I prefer a careful approach to most situations. He has not been able to fulfill that since meeting up with you guys. He's had to rush ahead. And every time he's made a plan, it has been thrown out the window.
Keep in mind, he's been here from the very beginning of the campaign. Go ahead.
It's not just you guys, it's every group.
I mean, I can only do. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't know. I can do mine. There's just no ports, so mine's changed to cities.
When it comes to making a plan, it's step 1, make the plan. Step 2, chuck the plan out the window.
Step 3, improvise.
Yeah.
Step 4, fireball.
It's not so much a plan, but a careful approach. Making a plan is easy to make a careful approach.
I cast fireball.
A loose plan would help. Loose plan. Easy.
Y'all are so lucky I'm not a wizard.
Hmm.
Yes. Yes, Cole
I
is.
mean, you can change your class into a wizard. It'll take
No.
you
No.
8 days. Or 16 days.
It's a lot more if it's a full class change.
Nah, I don't think my patron would, my deity would let me go anywhere. She gave me a good scolding last night.
Mm. To be fair, it might not have been them personally, it might have been one of their celestials, basically, like, bureaucracy. One of them working in a cubicle, taking in all of the prayers and going,
Like customer service!
yeah, I'm responsible for these particular fools on this list, and they pray and then, oh god, they use violence again.
And then, like, fuck knows if, like, I could understand the person on the other side. Like, maybe they have a dialect that, like, I don't understand.
Yeah,
Also,
Irish
that one
accent.
phone that they just push away, like, please stop calling. Stop it.
Oh, yeah, like,
Don't.
my calls get blocked for a period of time.
Hmm.
So then, like, I try it on another end, so I get someone else to pray for me, and then I'm, like, telling them what to say.
That is horrifying, but could probably work. Poor bastards. Poor Celestials just sitting doing their job and having that one singular, cleric that just won't follow the tenants. Yeah, they have these 10 clerics. No, 99 clerics that are just doing their job, preserving the peace, helping people, kindling the light, love and life and healing and protection. And then they have this one cleric that says, I kill people for peace because they can't create war if they're dead.
Oh, see, now you've just discovered my entire doctrine.
I'll bring peace no matter how many men, women, and children I have to kill.
Like, I bring peace as long as you bring honey.
Yeah.
I want to have bees for slaves.
Oh, wow. Oh,
You know,
wow.
I feel it is very bad. The only one of my player characters that has ever murdered another player character, and I did straight up murder this person. was my cleric of life, who was utterly dedicated to the protection and preservation of life. Beyond even worshipping a deity, he worshipped the ideal. And this other guy was revealed to be a murderer. One of the party members, the paladin, killed him. Another one went to try and heal him before his final death save went. I beat them in the initiative and just staved their head in with my mace.
Mm.
Oh god.
Because all the evidence was there. He had just been judged by a paladin. There was no way I was going to let a mass murderer, whose only excuse was, oh, it's my religion. I was not going to let them live.
Mm.
And it's the only time my character has ever actively murdered another player character.
Well, it's a pretty good one rather than murder hoboing, so.
Dan Hobo. Even Gore wasn't a murder hobo.
Yeah.
He had very, very particular way of approaching fights. If they fight to kill people, if they fight against us, he'll finish them. As soon as they try to give up and run away, they're not a fighter anymore.
Yay,
True.
new downtime.
Yeah.
Cole, you have your advantage.
Ooh, goody. Curiosity, Solit. Would you want to train with Cole for advantage? You get to stab him.
Gizmo takes up the dagger with beady
If you're
black eyes.
If you're planning on training
if
for
I
combat,
see,
it will
I
help.
will walk over to Gizmo and give him one of the good daggers and be like, "This will do more damage. You got this." And I will give him one of my special daggers.
They grab it.
And when he's done,
and
I will teleport back to it.
Yeah. He just takes it and then falls over because he still has to drag it.
My daggers are actually lighter.
Yeah. He's still a rat. The daggers are as big as he is, if not bigger.
Hey, greatswords are bigger than bigger than Mina, and Mina wields it.
Yeah. But she has the strength for it. Charisma.
Gizmo can just train by running
she
and
doesn't
fighting.
have the strength for it. She has the charisma for it.
Yep.
She just flirts with the sword, and the sword's like, okay, I guess I'll do it.
It's cruel to say all that when they've stepped away. Oh no, that was Bumble that stepped away.
Mm-hmm.
So
Man.
all Cole needs for being trained is people to attack him while he's blindfolded.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, Mina.
Yeah.
The stranger will help you.
She doesn't have the sword.
Yeah, you can still practice it even without the sword. It's about preventing
I will
different casting
hand
spells.
you my short sword.
Mina, can I possibly get that guidance?
Yeah.
I think Mina is like distancing herself a bit from the party, just like sitting, hugging her knees, just looking into the forest around us. She isn't really paying attention to anyone. She's just like staring blankly into the darkness.
Okay.
And like throughout the entire day, she has been like really withdrawn, so to speak.
Oh, so no guidance for Cole.
No guidance.
Don't worry, I'm gonna roll this natural one.
Well, you got help, so the DC's lower. That's 2 successes.
Okay, I got a success or
no, Cole.
Yep.
DC 16. You have help from someone with perception. Lowers DC, advantage, and then you rolled 10 higher, so success, 3 in total.
Okay,
Same as Solith, except she didn't have the help action, but still.
I failed.
Yep.
It does not give him the +1, but I rolled a 14. These boots are never going to get done.
Yep. These are gonna be the bane of your character's existence.
Well, I started them when we were at 9. We are already at 11.
Hmm. I mean, you could just go to town and then buy the materials and then start enchanting them instead. It's
Oh,
the joke.
that reminds
But
that
yeah.
reminds me. Solid
Pretty
could
much
also,
done. I just need 3 successes or 1 crit.
Mhm.
I mean, Solid could also, as you said, DM, like if his Gizmo levels up, is that possible for her to do, like train Gizmo to be stronger?
Gizmo, this is a half joke, but I'm still serious about it. If you somehow manage to get Gizmo to kill a creature reasonably, I will give him the sidekick character class.
Oh,
Yeah, it has to be an actual fight, and he has to be part of it from the beginning. So no just sitting on your shoulder or anything. He has to be in the fight, participating from beginning to end. It doesn't have to be a super strong enemy, but it has to be a proper enemy. You can't just have him fight another rat. It has to be a CR2 creature minimum. And it can't be all of you ganging up on a single CR2. But if they somehow manage to do it, they get the sidekick character class. Sure. Solid has a new goal. Alright. Good to know. Alright.
Alright, got last roll.
Yep, which is Bumble if she's back.
Cole will try to teach his and combat necessarily. Usually still working for a rat.
Rat
yeah, maybe
usually.
Will can make some small boxing gloves for Gizmo.
Hmm. I'm just
Oh,
looking.
you know what else Cole will do though?
Mhm.
He'll also carve some bowls for everyone. Stone.
Aw. And a small
Because they
stone
don't
bowl
have
for.
bloody mess tins.
Do the bowls have our names on them?
Well, I guess that depends on how well I do, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Simple bowls is the goal, but
Yeah, this is where you crits it.
You know what? I'm going to go through and find coal. I'm going to go and make one out of wood.
nope, nope, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it
They are
breaks in
very
half.
simple bowls. The stone is not great.
Yeah, all of them break. You didn't find a
I
good
need some
stone.
better stone.
Mhm.
You know what? I'm going to try to be carpenter tools or woodworking.
Carpenter or woodworking, either one. Carpeting, however, is more building houses and the like, so woodworking.
Yeah, no, it's definitely woodwork. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Some simple.
That was a point that came up. It was a point that came up in the live role play system I was in, where the engineers and the artisans were in a Cold War.
Mm-hmm.
I got a good wood bowl.
Yeah, with intricate patterns.
I'm going to add to the list that I got 1 point towards my crafter's feat.
Yep.
For making a goddamn wood bowl.
Mm-hmm.
That's very nice. You should make more of them. Sell them.
I just look at Cole. Cole, I've been trying to make these pair of boots for weeks now. I put it aside and I can make a bowl.
Maybe that's
Just-
what you needed. Maybe you needed to take a break from something that's taxing you so you can refresh your drive, your motivation. You watch tomorrow when you work on those boots, be a completely different animal.
I'm gonna roll that natural one.
Yes, at which point you should give up. Because there's an old adage. If at first you don't succeed, try again, then give up. Because nobody should beat their head against the wall for no reason.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that you're probably not going to want to roll low on the very last one. Bumble, you
Should we
back?
all roll? Fumble isn't back. We all, or I should say, I'm fine with letting the 4 roll. They all roll D4. Oh, there it is. I just gotta wait some more time.
Yeah, Bumble, you get the very last D100 roll. Maybe,
Yeah.
If
depending
you
on
roll
what you roll.
low, we blame you.
No.
Are you kidding me?
What is that?
That's
Is that the
sleepy
music?
again, isn't it?
Oh, can I reroll?
No, you all
Oh.
just vanish.
What?
You're all invisible for the next minute. During that time, other creatures can't hear you.
So we can't hear each other either.
Nope.
Okay, I'm literally just gonna be screaming like,
And
"Is someone there? Call!"
The entire world goes quiet. Every bug, every insect, every animal. Dante Inferno too.
Will
Oh,
is at peace.
I think like Mina has been staring into the forest and whatnot, and then she turns around and everybody's just gone, and she begins panicking a
The
bit.
cart is
because
still there though.
Oh, okay, the card is still there.
It's not a
Well,
creature.
she still panics a bit because I'm guessing Mina thinks that everybody has abandoned her.
Oh boy.
So she begins like fumbling around, looking
Oh,
into
we'll just
the card and stuff.
You will eventually probably bump into each other because you can still feel each other. But
Yeah.
that's about it.
Can I like put my arms up and feel around and hopefully like feel cold?
Yeah, depends on where
God.
you are.
You gotta roll that. Let's see.
Per-
How many people do
it
we
would
have?
be
1,
perception
2,
checks to
3,
find each
4,
other.
5, 6. I think you should make Bubble roll a D6 and see who
Cole
she
has been
hits.
training for this for weeks to be able
Yes.
to find people without seeing
Wait.
them.
I can see
Yes.
everyone. I got blind sight.
Alright, what am I rolling?
You're rolling perception.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
Cole and
I-
Will have advantage on this. Will, you're blindsight 10 feet, but you have to actually find them outside of that. Oh, for the love of... Oh,
Yeah, my perception is good.
yeah, Mina and Will too.
Okay.
Oh, for the...
It was almost a 19.
Yeah. Everyone goes to the card and finds each other instantly.
Mina like breathes a sigh of relief.
It's like we all got the memo where, like, say you lost your parents in the mall,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then they're just like,
yeah.
"This is where you go."
When
We
I
all
realised
lost
we
our
can't,
parents.
You
when
can
I
still
realised
cannot
we can't
see or hear each other. Yeah.
If
I
you ever
will make my way. Go on.
No, it's just like our plan. So we have decided that if we ever suspects that all of us have turned invisible, we meet at the cart.
I
So,
will
did I
go
grab
get a
one
piece of
Cole?
charcoal and write on the caravan.
Yeah.
Can anyone else hear anyone?
Yeah. Mary screams out furiously, but no one hears her. You wrote on the card. She is so gonna be pissed about that.
Oh no!
It's charcoal. Get on my heart.
Yeah, she can't hear it. Yeah. No one else can hear anything else. Except the dead silence and the rain that is letting up.
I guess we're not going to make much progress.
Oh, Will will definitely make progress. He's not hearing anything. He is happy. Concentrate.
It's like the only 1 minute of peace we'll ever get without fucking Mina.
What the fuck?
It lasts for the entire day.
What?
Oh,
One
point
day of
being-
no racist
Yeah.
Mina.
I have said this before. This magical storm, these effects last for the full day.
oh no.
It's horrible.
Yeah, for
It's
one day
really
you are
bad.
invisible to the world and the world is invisible to you. Gizmo,
He's lost. He's gone.
he just looks around and goes, huh, I can't find her. I'm worried, but at the same time, that cart
Freedom.
goes up, finds a nice little nook and just finds a hammock and lies in it. Ah.
Isn't there a thing about familiars and their owners knowing where each other are?
Yeah, you can see through your familiar's eyes and share their senses.
I wonder what happened to that weasel who went to go get honey.
Yeah,
Guys, I've got the honey. Where are you?
yeah.
I'm just going to
Can I
sit here and eat the
smell?
honey then.
You know what? I'm going to test out my fur balls.
Mhm.
Every day I'm going to be throwing out 2 to 3 of them.
Mhm.
Like we
See what I
can't,
get today.
we can't see or hear. Can I smell?
Yes.
I want to try and smell out coal.
Oh god, that's oh god. I'm gonna put that in the quotes channel.
Don't make me
So
laugh
I'm just
that
going to
much.
roll.
Yeah, you roll the
three.
you roll the highest too. Yeah, a dire
Oh,
wolf and a
one.
giant elk, both of them invisible, and a giant rat.
No, it's a giant badger, a dire wolf, and the last one is a 2 and a giant rat.
All of them
I am going
invisible.
to tell the wolf to go
They
get
don't
meat.
hear you.
Oh,
Do they appear
wait.
and then disappear, or do they just not seemingly appear?
You all
Did
see
he
a
throw the
fuzzy
ball?
furball fly through the air, hit the ground, and then just vanish. And now there are footprints on the ground of some creature standing there, completely
Master?
confused.
Master! Master!
What can I?
Did
Do I
we-
need to roll anything to find coal?
No, you got the
You
highest
did, you
roll.
already did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you find coal on his particular smell in the rain. Which, by the way, when you really squint your eyes, raindrops disappear when they hit you. So there's this ever so faint, slight, just empty spaces where there is no rain.
Oh god, it's like looking for the predator.
Yeah, this is horror movie stuff.
I just grip his arm, like wrap my legs around it, just be like, right, I stay like this the whole day now.
Yeah,
I think I can't get lost like this.
there.
Cole is going to carefully reach down at whatever's on his arm.
Alright. You feel fairy wings, hair, and skin and clothes. You can figure out that it's probably Bumble.
Yeah. He will be very gentle and try to make sure he doesn't accidentally dislodge.
Bumble also
I mean,
roll a
who else?
d20.
A D20, okay. I mean, who else would fucking like wrap themselves around your arm?
A scary monster that they have
Tiny-
never
Yeah.
Tiny Mina.
Wow.
What does this mean?
I was going to see how much progress you make traveling today, you know, all of you being invisible, but apparently you all organize yourselves like no issue. Everyone's invisible. Who cares? We know what we're gonna do. We know our positions in the cart. We know this.
I was going to say everyone takes their positions.
Everyone takes their position on the cart.
We have trained we have trained for this.
Yeah, fighting, you have no clue what you're doing, but riding this cart, you got it down to a science with a nat 20.
Oh, just to be clear as well, Sophie would have been filled in on the situation with Bright Eyes as well.
Yeah,
so.
you walk in to Sophie's store, still invisible and can make no sound.
Yes, but I know she has a ledger and a pen, so Cole will write down what's happened.
Yeah, suddenly floating ledger and pen. She freaks out.
Yep. But her defenses haven't gone off or anything like that, so I'm hoping she will give it time to just read. It's Cole. This magic storm is really annoying.
As you're writing this, I'm just gonna need to roll something for Sophie because she has some of the highest defenses there is in her store.
Yes.
For, you know, all of the perceivable reasons of being on the run, the Saints and all of that.
Yep. She also has a true seeing button, doesn't she?
Nope.
Was that not what one of the buttons was?
Yeah, she has that, but she would definitely use these buttons, you know, these magic artifacts that allow her to read minds and see things for what they truly are, to see through invisibility if she didn't panic.
Yep. Did she panic then?
Yep.
What's Cole getting blasted with?
She is going to anti-magic field. She drops anti-magic field on you. And you suddenly appear.
Oh.
And then she's just really confused about you being there. What?
What?
I guess Bumble appears as well, right? Isn't she clinging to his arm?
Yeah.
As long as you're within 10 feet of Sophie for a while, you are
koala
visible, can hear.
style.
Yeah, and you can see and
I
hear.
just look at Sophie, and then just like I look all like awkward, and then I just grin at her like.
Wait, how did Sophie react to the news about Bright Eyes?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that.
It's Mina's fault.
Oh god.
For the purpose of this, because of this being a big thing, Cole, you would have forgotten it the first day because that's me missing that. Bringing that up specifically, so that's on me.
Yeah.
But that was a lot, so you forgot about that detail because this is something that happens as all of you get to Sophie's shop for anyone who wants to. That. And keep in mind, only those within 10 feet of Sophie are actually visible and can hear anything.
Oh, yeah, Mina definitely isn't joining inside. She's not gonna join.
Don't want another flower bouquet?
Oh, she's afraid that Sophie will kill her.
Okay. And you...
Do Sophie's magical defenses still target Mina?
You don't know. She said she disabled them after she became a goat. But yeah. What happened to Bright Eye and Mina? What? Can you say that again?
Mina got angry with the stranger.
Right.
Wished him away from us, never to return, about those lines. I wasn't around for that. I was in the car. It was a horrific sound of tearing metal. I came out in time to see Bright Eyes disappear.
She used...
The stranger shared information and is still with us.
The color drains from her face, first of all. and then goes, just take a deep breath, stands up and starts pacing back and forth for a bit, because this apparently is a lot even for her. Before she just leans on the counter without sitting down and goes, what did he do after that? She has literally closed her eyes and is balling her fists.
He
First, he
walked
took
into
some
his
time
tent.
for himself. Yeah, some time for himself. He did not leave. He spoke with us a bit more about his background, where he's been. Explained a little about how he was under the agreement. And he has stayed with us.
Yep.
He's done nothing to prompt any suspicion from me or acted outside of what he's been saying all along.
Yeah. Solid, you cannot see Mina because she's still invisible. Yeah. I know.
Wait, that means if all the animals come in, I can tell them what to do.
They can't hear you. So you can't
Unless they
command them
walk
to...
next to me.
Yeah, unless they walk into this magical portal, which... No. Yeah. Sophie just goes. She's thinking deeply and considering, and you see that she's clearly putting a plan together and waves her hand in the air. All of you feel wind, and you hear flapping like wings. And then
Mom?
stillness again.
Uh,
She
the
looks at
thing that
Will like,
if you're sending them to look for him, the thing that's happened to us is also happening to him.
oh no, that's not why. I'm just hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. And then going just... He left all of your vision for how long?
I
He
tell
went
her the
into a
exact amount of time.
tent.
She goes, did he look any different when he came out?
He started to be a bit of a pervert.
She
He did.
turns. He what?
Yeah, apparently he's sticking around because he gets really excited around Mary.
There's a flinch in her eye.
He said his motivation for being here is Mary was a prodigy with magic before she got smart. That interests him. He wants to teach her.
She looks at you, Cole, and believes you, but also looks at Bumble like...
He said that Mary excites him. Those were his words.
She's just conflicted about this. She trusts Cole, but at the same time, she just
Mary
reaches and under the counter and then brings out the box to Cole and says, just make sure that you hand this to Mary.
Oh! I know what the box is!
Are you sure about that?
I don't think it's condoms.
Oh, I got really excited.
God. Oh no.
Mary knows how to handle herself.
I know. This
Yeah,
is just
no, I'll give it to her.
protection.
Okay.
Tracing.
I know.
Crazy.
Sophie wouldn't know about it.
So let's get drawing.
Yeah. This is not gonna create any misunderstandings whatsoever.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry, Dan. Like, you were hurt when it laughs. I'm so sorry.
It's worth it. I'll take it. Worst I can do is break a rib.
Oh, God.
Ah,
Well, you know what they like. You know, they're mischievous at heart. You know, just bending a few words. And
Oh, God.
God damn it. Yeah.
I'm gonna get bumped by my deity again later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, more than a punk.
I'm gonna get sent, like, you know, when you get in trouble and you have to copy the dictionary out on a notepad. I'm gonna have to copy out my doctrines again.
Huh. You're gonna have to write up the entire Bible at this point. Jokes aside, though.
At some point, you and he are going to have to interact again. It's going to happen. We both know that. He has shown a lot of good faith by sticking around.
She is frowning with a bit of.
You're disappointed he stuck around, aren't you? Just a bit.
She leans back a little bit and goes, "No, not disappointed. Just." She just rubs her temple. I'm not surprised either. It's just.
It would have been easier if he was everything.
Yeah. It would be easier if
Yeah.
he was everything people made him out to be.
Said he is. Well, look on the bright side. We could all be wrong, and he could be playing us for fools.
Yeah, and that's what terrifies me.
Mina like half whispers from the door, or well, she raises her voice loud enough so
No
Sophie
one
can
hears.
hear.
No one can hear.
Right. Oh, right. I forgot there's also no. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No.
Yeah, she still does
Oh, I
it.
take it back. I like this role that I did. I just absolutely shut down Mina and caused trouble.
Mina throws a stone inside, like tries to hit Cole with a small pebble.
Roll a dexterity
Okay.
check.
Okay.
You're throwing a stone into a
One,
magical
one.
arcane store.
If there
Okay.
is a deity in this land, please roll a 1. No!
Yeah, Cole, you get a pebble or a stone in your back all of a sudden. You take
I
1
don't
point of
think I would.
damage.
I don't think I would. That is far beyond an improvised weapons range.
Yeah, but this isn't exactly a weapon, and it would be with disadvantage because of the range.
Yeah, it very specifically is.
Yeah, that is true. But she's just throwing a rock, and it hurts.
It's a small. It's not. It was more. It was not like to hurt. It was more to make him aware.
Look at the door, see nothing, turn back.
And Sophie just looks at the stone, looks towards the door, frowns, waves her hand. It flies back out at incredible speed.
Uh-oh, catapult.
Uh-huh.
That breaks the range increment thing.
Mina! Phew! It just flies right past you.
Oh God!
And you hear it hit a tree. The one and only sound besides the light rain drizzling outside.
Now, what level did she pass it at?
First.
Second. Okay, as it could have done significant damage to the tree.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Mina steps inside and get within range of the anti-magic field.
10 feet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we had a very emotional conversation before about not fighting each other, and now this is happening.
No, Mina just wanted to make Cole aware she was there. Okay, Mina is like still not wearing her armor or anything, just wearing normal
Oh,
clothes.
Mina, are you doing the whole notice me, senpai?
What?
Yeah, comes in drenched in nothing but clothes.
Hello.
Despite him being very human, Cole is like a father figure to Mina.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
You're not gonna kill me, are you?
She just blinks and then points at herself like, me?
Yeah, that's why I was hesitant to get into the shop today.
She just takes a deep breath through her nose and breathes out just a sigh and goes, you think I'm the kind of person that would kill you for making a mistake?
Yes.
Depends on
Is
the
that stranger?
I mean, no. Is Bright Eyes okay?
I don't know.
It's
The
just
fact that he's not been in contact since it happened, it's probably significant.
don't
It's
sleep.
no, it doesn't work like that.
He's a mammoth. He can survive.
Marut.
That's what I said.
No, it's
That,
how should I?
that's
They don't think
that's like
like humans. They are very literal. They how should I put
Does he have a
this?
soul?
but
Yes.
would he return to his?
oh,
I'm gonna. I'm gonna look at Sophie and say, he might be with me if he has a soul and he died.
I think he would return to his own realm, right? He showed
Yes.
he showed me where he lived. It was very beautiful.
Yes, let me see. If he's dead, I don't think he's dead. I just need to explain one thing very clearly first. Marut are incredibly literal creatures. They follow contracts to the letter, not the intent. So if you write a contract with a Marut to uphold it, it's literal only. Doesn't matter what your intent is. They are incredibly literal creatures. He will not show back up here like that. But if he's still alive and the contract is broken, there should be far greater consequences. But from everything that you've told me, none of that happened, which is highly concerning.
Okay.
Mina, you broke a divine contract.
Mina like tries to make a joke. Oh well, that's that's on par for me, right? Like I break divine contracts every day.
She is raising both the inside of her eyebrows up, both like she's just looking worried at this point. Mina, you broke a contract forged in a celestial realm by a deity.
Yes, but
A
I also
deity.
turned into a dragon and tried to eat Solith.
Mina.
I could ring customer service. I mean, my deity, and see what we can do.
She immediately just snaps to look at you, Bumble, and says, please don't.
And the sword is missing.
have you tried calling it back today?
No, I think maybe it's better if I don't.
Sophie just look at everyone. I need all of you to really hear me when I say this because you don't seem to get the gravity of the situation. Your marks bypassed, broke, nullified, I do not know, a divine contract. That
But
is
so,
unheard of.
Sophie, what if I, when we get back outside, I use the mark to restore the contract?
No,
No,
Mina,
no.
you don't understand. It's the implication. If it can do that much, I have been curious about the limit of what they can accomplish as part
So-
of studying and understanding them, but you just told me those things.
Are more powerful than the literal word of God.
So what you're saying is that Mina did good, and I deserve a treat.
No, Mina did very, very bad.
You're gonna wish for his balls to disappear next time.
Mina, if you play with that and use it carelessly, it will come back to burn you. And I'm not talking about your body, I'm talking about your soul.
If you hadn't noticed, my soul is pretty much damned already. So I don't know. But kidding aside, I hope Bright Eyes is okay. Maybe he's with his family.
I will find out soon. She points just around in general. That is absolutely horrifying, Bumble. Wishing for world peace. Ultimate peace cleric. Oh boy.
Everybody turns into Legos.
And I was typing out a response because I've broached this subject before with people. The only way to achieve world peace would be to completely remove free will and make everything into a hive mind.
Or turn them into Legos.
It
Or
was
to the-
Rufus or
Or the plane of order.
World peace would being turned into Legos doesn't necessarily mean things are peaceful because you're a piece of plastic with no life. You would still need to be alive, still need to be capable of living and doing things. The only way to achieve world peace would be to make everyone follow the same thought process. If something needs to be done, everyone is focused on getting that thing done. You lose the individual, because individualism is the only way for conflict analysis.
Sophie is clearly bothered listening to what Cole says, and says that would be Mechanicus. Which for any of the religious folk, which is a deity, specifically a deity of order, because there is lawful and chaotic characters, and there is good and evil as part of the alignment thing. On the lawful side of the planes, there is a place of absolute order. And yeah, all the creatures there follow order. Everything has a place, everything is predictable.
There's no place for people like me in a
Wouldn't
world
my
like that.
deity then want me to make these wishes?
So
Deities of peace are very rarely. They want people to get along more than they want people to just do the same thing.
Oh yeah, that's I keep forgetting. Has Sophie told Bumble and Solith who she is and stuff like? Did we ever keep
She
our
didn't.
She didn't.
She didn't.
The
Okay.
stranger said who she is.
Yeah, Mina pipes up.
But Bumble, maybe Sophie can contact you gods. She's like a messenger for the gods.
There's
She's
just,
saying,
as you say this, there's this look of complete apprehension on her face as she just looks at Mina. Like, why would you say that?
Why does Mina say anything? I think that's the mystery of this entire campaign, maybe.
Okay, I think we all need to just sort of like lay it out straight because we're all giving each other mixed signals, saying things with consequences following. Like, if we could all just say it, like, say what you're thinking, just be blunt.
All right. She just
All right, look at Sophie.
slumps back into her chair. I am the saintess, as Mina so bluntly put it. I used to be the representative of all deities during the Age of the Divide. And towards the end, I was questioning things and I ended up retiring. She motions to the shop around her. Not my first shop, mind you. But since then, I have not wanted to blindly do what they wanted anymore. So the temples are looking for me, little one. Because as long as I am alive, a new saintess cannot be appointed. And
So
either
then
they
technically,
drag me
aren't
back or make the position free again.
I like your enemy then?
Are you?
Well, me personally, no.
Then there you have it. Because
I'm sure not every member of the clergy thinks that way, but there are definitely people who
What,
would.
what about S83? Have you heard? Oh, shit.
And she covers her mouth as she realizes she's speaking out the name of a god in the shop.
No. I didn't mean to.
it's okay, Mina.
Okay.
So, like, would it be bad if my deity knew I was with you?
Yes?
Because I talk about my adventures with her every night.
That's fine. Unless you have direct contact with them, think of it as being filtered, like you deliver it to a messenger who delivers it to another one, to another one, to another one. Not in a written form. The message gets delivered, but only the general pieces
Footnotes.
of it. Yeah.
The footnotes.
Which
Then
is good
what
for
about
us.
me?
You
'Cause
are...
I'm born of the god.
She points towards your mark. Those seems to obfuscate the gods paying too much attention to all of you. Those marks of yours. I would know, she says, and she stands up, opens her dress on her back and shows between her shoulder blades that she also has a mark.
But Sophie, why? We keep speculating about God this and God that. Wouldn't it be possible to simply ask the Pantheon? Literally ask for an audience and ask them about the mark and what they
She
know.
goes, I could do that, Mina, and I'm not. Do you want to know why?
Yes.
These marks are made by something or someone that, as far as all information I've gathered, the gods don't know who or what. It apparently has the power to undo a contract made by a deity, as proven by you. What do you think they will do with that knowledge?
I mean, try
It
to.
will
Kill
not
each
leave.
other.
I'm saying, like, they are the gods. I. Well, okay. So here's the thing. What is if this is meant to harm them or something? Like somebody's planning to absurd.
What is that word?
Observe.
Usurp the very gods. Like, wouldn't they be grateful if we brought this information to them? They could help figuring this
pluck,
out.
Or
they would pluck you up out from this plane,
Fucking pluck them up.
and they would put you somewhere and either eradicate you, your soul. They would claw out your mind, or they would question or study you or use you.
Okay, so what? Like Cole said, like
They would
we get
turn you
away.
into a mindless puppet, Mina.
Okay,
They would.
well, I mean, if that is the case, then Cole talked about like getting a wish when we complete our task. Maybe I should just wish for the gods to disappear forever then. That there are no gods and there never will be a god again.
She
If they are so
actually looks
cruel,
furious and
if they are
stands
so
up and says,
cruel,
Mina, enough.
if they no, not enough. If they are so cruel, as you say,
They
then
are
they don't
not
deserve.
cruel. She literally jumps up and stands in front of you. That is not what I am talking about, girl. What you just did is the reason why you should never do it. There should never have been. A wish that would undo time and all of the consequences with it could result in this entire world changing. Everything. You would never have been born. You would create a world where all of us never existed.
Fine.
Your inability to learn to keep your tongue and speaking so carelessly may have killed one of my greatest friends. The one you refer to, Bright Eye, was my guardian. He
So
was
we see.
my greatest friend, and you may have killed him. Get out.
So we see like Mina's bottom lip begins quivering and like tears begin like running down her face, and then she turns around and like runs out crying.
Sophie's just standing there heaving. She is not happy.
He's young.
I know. She didn't intend
I-
for it.
I'll meditate tonight to see if he is me or not. Try to help you out.
I have already sent some that I know to find answers. Will. Any information that you get may be obfuscated, but they may also end up in the hands of her, and I would prefer nothing of my existence being known to any of them right now, and I am in a really foul mood. Thank you for offering your help, but I am not looking for it right now. If there's nothing else, I'm gonna ask all of you to leave, because right now I am not capable of having a civil conversation.
Oh, we'll start ushering people to the door.
She will only say one thing as Bumble is about to leave her aura. I do not have anything against you for believing, or your faith, or your choices, but understand that this is a complicated matter. And then she just goes and leans against the counter.
I'm just gonna wait until last thing he's gonna say is, if it comes to it, what's one more god I've got to fight?
She actually gets a small chuckle.
Smile and he'll leave.
As you all leave, and you return to the camp you have set up. Mina, obviously, nowhere to be seen. Neither is anyone else, for that matter. The rest of the day is very, very quiet. You can still communicate through writing, but other than that,
Imagine when we get out there, there's actually writing from Mary saying, "Stop writing on my damn card."
yeah, except she used the prestidigitation to create floating text.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're finally out of the storm. Yay. That was a bit tense, I guess. But as you wake up the next day, unless you have spent your downtime,
I don't.
no, not for this one. But hey,
Oh, we'll
Cole,
try.
you can easily attempt. No, you know what? It won't be easy. You won't automatically have advantage because everyone is invisible is trying to attack an invisible target.
I mean, I'm gonna have a nice time failing my elven boots.
You know what? I will give you advantage on that.
Yay! I have to actually roll
Normal
the
roll.
tools
One
because
success.
it doesn't give +1.
Cole, you were saying? That's a success
I
roll.
just got.
Hmm?
Yeah, I rolled a 21 for a success.
Yeah, +5. So 2.
Well, that takes me up to +6 now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, +2 you said, so it takes me up to 7.
Yeah, 16, and every 5 above increases the number of
Oh,
successes.
of course. Why am I jumping straight to 10?
Because you want to.
What's one more bad thing in my bill? You get this. No, I want it to be bad like this.
How is Mina doing right now? Oh. She stepped away for a moment. Solid. How are you and Gizmo holding up? I'm guessing she's writing. Yeah, very quiet and tense, but she is just stroking Gizmo while listening, while thinking. Okay. I'll also take in.
Will's happily making his boots.
Yeah. And it's going well. No distractions, just the silent rain. Cole, what do you
Calms
cook?
him even more.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Cole, what do you cook? In the silence, where you cannot ask anyone's opinion.
I think Cole will throw together some bread from the flour, whatnot, toast it up, and it's like onion bread with various herbs mixed in.
Yeah. Surprisingly nice and filling. Warm toast, garlic bread, with herbs. Not bad. But yeah. Now is the news that is going to be happening in a way I never expected because of all of these roles. Suddenly there's these sparks of light at camp. As everyone is going to be invisible. I'm just gonna ask if you can see your tokens now that they are invisible or not.
I can see.
Yeah, I can also see all tokens.
I'm just having to make you all
I
invisible.
cannot.
Okay, there. Yeah. I can't see myself anymore now.
Alright. Just wanted to check.
And see Cole, the Stranger, Dancer, and Inferno.
Alright. So, there's a sudden spark of light from outside of the cart multiple times. I am guessing everyone starts gathering.
Mhm.
Mary
Oh,
writes that this is Mary and says that Jack is missing.
Mina's also missing.
She doesn't know that.
No. I was just like inform like Mina is not around either.
Yep. Then we will move her away for now. Mary just keeps shooting out sprouting sparks and flame to gather your attention, and has written on the sides of the cart using prestidigitation in big letters that Jack is not in the cart and he's missing. Because of all the days that I rolled that he was going to wake up. All of the days. It's the one where everyone's fucking invisible and can't hear each other. I love this day.
Oh, we'll write down. You'll stop here. We'll wait this out. Then we'll find it.
She is just not there because the sparks keeps reappearing over and over again. Prestidigitation, these effects can last for up to an hour. And there can be a number of them, I think, equal to your spellcasting modifier or 5. Up to 3 of these non-instantaneous effects active at a time. So there are 2 of them active on the card, which is the text and the sparks. Other than that, nothing. Now the question is, what are you all going to do, and where are all of you?
Oh, we'll be sticking near the car, ready for when this wears off, and we can go and try and find Jack.
You would know that this would be in the evening since you went to visit Sophie, which means that somewhere between midnight and sunrise, which is several hours away. That's a long time.
It's we've been in stormy, well, even the light then, so finding them back track is going to be tough.
The light, however, has turned it practically to a very, very light drizzle. It's still a bit wet and muddy, obviously, but since you're practically out of the entire storm at this point, it's not as severe as it was before. You are free to make up your own minds what you think about that. The only thing that you know is that the cart and the things written on it, and if you physically get in contact with other people. Beyond that, you do have spells.
Yes.
My raven goes out and searches the sky.
Invisible raven that can't hear anything is flying in the sky, looking around for an invisible creature. called
Oh my
it.
god,
That's
it was so
something
hilarious if it bumps into another invisible bird in the air.
It does not.
No, but I know it was just.
Yeah, I
Oh
know.
god.
That would be funny. Yeah. You can always try dispelling magic. Do you cast the spell?
Back, sorry.
Welcome back. You left Sophie after she was upset about everything going on. When you got out, there was sparkling lights on the side of the cart and big text using prestidigitation that says that Jack is missing. He's gone. He's not inside the cart.
Is everyone still like invisible and shit?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Out of all of the days that you rolled that he was going to wake up, out of all of the days, everyone's freaking invisible. I love this day. And Solith, the only creature or object or magical effect that you are aware of is yourself. You can only cast this on yourself, and when you do, because of similar effects having similar rules, you become visible. And so does any creature that is invisible within 10 feet of you, as you have temporarily dispelled this magical effect. For 1 hour, you're not affected by this. And anyone that is within 10 feet of you. It's not exactly an anti-magic sphere, but it prevents this effect from affecting you and those close to you. Which, for all of you that are there, suddenly Sov becomes visible. And you can hear her. And Gizmo, that was squeaking out a song, thinking nobody can hear him as he's dancing. Invisible to the world. Only to turn around and realize that he is now visible. And becoming real awkward about it. Pretending he did nothing of the sort. And Cole and Bumble, if you're that close, you would also then become visible. Temporarily.
Wonderful. Uh, Tom would immediately try looking for Jack, calling out, seeing if Jack can hear him. He doesn't know how this invisibility works. If you're invisible, is your voice muffled, or are you operating in a silence for yourself? Is it that you can't hear speak, or is it that others can't hear and speak?
I mean, as far as I know, technically invisibility doesn't muffle sound.
I know,
Per the rules.
but this
Yeah.
effect specifically states
Yeah,
this. But you can always try to experiment and find out.
Yes, the Cole is calling out for Jack, looking for any sign of movement.
The only ones that Solith can see is Bumble, Cole, and Gizmo. And Will, are you staying outside of the effect?
would he see them or no?
Yes.
And he'll kind of
You would also
push up
have
and
heard Cole call out before he went inside of the sphere again. Confirming that for Cole, if you wish to. It mutes you. It does not deafen you. Because you still heard the rain and stuff like that, splashing of footfalls and the like. But yeah, Cole, you're shouting out. Performance.
well.
Yeah, because you're trying to shout out and let yourself be heard.
That's gonna go well.
Yeah. You're shouting out. Eventually, the stranger walks back into that and, huh, this is interesting. We can see and hear each other. He turns to look. Huh, Jack's missing. Mina. Where's Mina?
Well, Yamina is sort of just wandering around in the woods. She isn't like leaving the caravan as such, but she's just like keeping her distance, and she's like crying. She's desperate. She's like stumbling around. I don't think even she knows what she's doing right now. She's just like
Roll a perception check.
yeah.
Because you still might hear Cole.
Yes.
Nope. You are distraught. Right. So Mina and Jack are missing, and Mary isn't here. Does anyone here has any way of tracking people or things?
I mean, I can try to track her down.
Good idea.
I mean,
That's also a good idea, but let's see. Do either of you have any magic to help with this? Not really my
no.
specialization. Speak with plants? I mean, he thinks about it. Would they notice invisible creature? He's really starting to ponder that. I mean, if you're asking a bunch of grass.
No, that's
I don't
actually
know. The
like
air got really heavy all of a sudden. Like, really heavy.
Yeah.
yeah, no. So as Solid says, yeah, exactly. That was what I was thinking. Yeah, that like would they? That's a really fucking cool concept, though.
Yeah. I guess there's only one way to find out.
Do it, Solid. Give it a go.
In which direction approximately? Darn it, I almost snapped back to Swedish. Yeah. I am in pain. Alright. Speaking with plants. Oh no, it froze. Shoot. Yeah.
Oh, it only had 30 feet range.
Yeah, but it follows you. Maybe?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
with
good
30 feet of you with this ability.
Oh, right.
So she can just walk around and talk to plants. Oh shoot. You can still write it in Discord if you would like while you refresh it. But yeah, Solith will be able to walk around and ask plants. That is unpleasant. Yeah, okay. That is messed up. Call it. Yeah, the trees do not do that, and they do not have teeth. I'm just saying. Or a tongue. And for
Oh,
anyone
God.
who is watching this recording and cannot see the GIF, yes, it's that horrifying. You have my
Oh,
condolences.
imagine that
No.
though. Like, no. What I mean is like, I'll never use. If that happened, it's like I'm never using that spell again ever.
Mm. But yeah, in which direction, Solif? And yeah. Right, that direction. And what do you ask? The trees or grass or whatever?
I disconnected there for a minute. What did I miss?
Solith also disconnected for some reason, but got back in, used speak with plants, and walked over to a tree and started to ask questions, or is about to. For the purposes of this, I will also allow you to ask questions, and she will ask them for you. So that it doesn't become too much for her to have to write everything down.
He would suggest asking if he'd give descriptions of Mina and Jack to trees, not even thinking that they were visible.
Hey, have you seen a dark-cloaked elf anywhere, or felt anything invisible pressuring you? The tree creaks a little bit and answers, yes. Inside of my branches there are things, but I could never see to begin with. And I felt some things walk past me. Anyone that wants to ask more questions of this particular tree?
Very
Because even if you describe what Jack looks like, the tree just goes, I have no eyes. I don't know what colors are. I didn't even know I could think. Content ones or around nearby? A pacing or patterns? I will ask. My family says there are many pacing or patterns walking around in this forest.
Oh no, what's going on?
Bumble didn't feel too well, so she had to dip
Oh,
out.
okay.
my connection's hitting really snippy again.
In that case, this may be a good point to end this session. I could also use the rest. My ribs are stinging.
You're going to need to rest up, get as much healing as possible for tomorrow, because let's face it, crepes makes you.
Yes. Yes, they do, and I'm gonna be so sore.
I will try and keep it reeled in, but you know how hard it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
just
worries.
take care of yourself.
Yeah, I'll take care and just have fun. It's worth it. The laughs make it better. And yeah, it's an old ass tree.
I'm gonna spend my week looking up magic items for people. I have more items to make.
Okay,
and even food items.
I think I'm gonna cook for myself again. I am strangely hungry.
Okay.
DM, did you look at the item I sent into general? Gelatinous ice cube.
Yes, I looked at it a little bit, and yeah, that requires preparations. May seem funny, but it is just preparations.
I'm going to find all those items and I'm going to actually start making candy and just be the sugar dealer.
That's a phrase.
Okay, catch you later, guys. Bye bye.
Yep.
Catch you later.
I'm going to go to
Bye.
bed and get some sleep dressed up.
Yeah.
You guys have a good one.
You as well.
You.
Oh, anyone that is gonna be on the, I'm just gonna write it down. There we go. So yeah, if you're not logged out, either of you, in about 5-10 minutes, then just be warned that I'm gonna update and see if I can get all the modules and stuff fixed and working.
Oh yeah.
So if you have anything to update or finish up on the server,
Um,
feel free to do so.
What module was it you were using for the tracking of the training? Yeah, no, the
Oh,
training stuff.
yeah, I'm gonna open up another window here and get the right name. Because I'm fairly certain I know the name, but I'm going to make sure I get it right. Installed. I think it is named downtime activity. Just waiting for it to load my installed modules.
Yes.
Time. Let's see. No. Activity. No, I'll have to look through them manually. Assuming that it hasn't somehow been removed, which they shouldn't. A to C. Dynamic captive effects. Great, several of these can be updated and should start working. Huh. Doesn't show here, which is odd. Or I missed it, which I shouldn't have. But I think it was a downtime or activity track something.
Yeah, it was something like that, and that because the issue is I think a lot of us I think Will kept track separately, but I can't for the
Yeah,
life of me remember how far I was.
I do have recordings of the campaign, which is why I could always, go and
Oh
check
yeah,
that.
that is true. I
Like,
mean, I wasn't that far, but
I know, but it's something I can check up. But hopefully, since updating it, it should start working again. Downtime. Yep, here we go. Downtime tracking. Hmm.
Wait, I need to find the. It was just Solid mentioned the cursed picture of Mina.
Yeah.
Where the fuck do I have it?
Oh. Change a log for that. Is it updated? Question mark. We'll find out soon. Yeah. The name is 5e downtime tracking. The one that I was using.
Yeah, okay.
Or at the very least, I think it was because it wasn't in my installed ones, which is odd.
No, it makes sense because I just remember it added an extra flap thingy to the character sheet,
I
right?
know. I was just curious as to. I got that it disappeared with the updates and all that, but the fact that the module wasn't actively shown was because the module is inactive and somehow hidden, which means I had to reapply it so that it should show. Yeah, it's not even in the manage modules. Well,
Oh, that's a shame. It's really helpful.
yeah, I did get it again, and I'm going to, like I said, update. I'm just waiting for both you and Solid if you have anything to finish up.